All right, guys, welcome back to Malam Go Podcast by Betway. This is... Oh, guys, calm down.
No,
I just need to say this, though. This is...
Pot.
What? What's happening?
You fool.
Take it.
You fool fast.
Take it.
The two of you, what is wrong with you?
No, you don't be serious.
Take the drink.
Okay.
Sorry.
Calm me down again.
Why you talk and ask me the can't do?
Okay, 3, 2, 1, action.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Malam Go Podcast by Betway. I'm Tahir Fendio. This is the best football podcast on the continent. Let nobody else tell you otherwise. The proof is in the comments. Unbiased analysis. Some very funny, interesting, deep, intelligent, grammatical guys all over. Coach Christopher Nimley. Today is the first time we have a full house in about 3 months.
Yeah.
Charlie, let's clap for ourselves. We have missed a full house. You see, the reason we can't have a debate is because we don't have a full house. Because the last time we had a debate, it was the last time we had a debate that Nketiah was desperately defending Messi here.
Seriously. Charlie, I shot for myself.
He was on his knees.
I shot for myself.
He said Messi dribble Ronaldo, make Ronaldo kneel down and beg him. He said, my God. Charlie, Coach, how you doing?
I'm fine, Charlie.
Champ, we are at the World Cup. Guys, we are at the World Cup. We are at the World Cup. Otuado deserves big applause. What a party it was on Sunday night at the stadium. Ghanaians know how to support the team. They know how to show up. We're all complaining about some of the stadia, the audience or the fans in the Nigeria, South Africa game. You know, they were empty.
Shatter guy, check like Ghana knows the guy.
Be in
the whole streets.
He has the streets.
The DJ for the stadium, kudos to the DJ. I never met him. I didn't know who he was. But
did the DJ take any money from Shatter or what?
See, the DJ come. No, I understand why. Because DJ come the stadium before the game, like 2 hours, 3 hours before the game. They play other tracks. He play Black Hole, Stoneboy. He play Sack. He play the one boys. He play the tracks in your one trim near cop. So if they play no way, drop enter the net. Bro, every line. What the guy is saying, Where's I drop another shutter? The whole stadium. The whole game, shutter.
Shatterwall is big.
Benjamin Cleese sorry to can hype him.
Cleese.
Sorry.
Oh, Charlie. DK, we missed you last week.
He has that kind of effects on crowds at sporting events. I don't know if it is the same at nightclubs. And it's probably bigger there.
Charlie.
But the boxing events that I've attended, football matches
the guy
outside, when you play a Shatterwall song.
The guy
that being hoodoo.
Yeah.
No,
Like
that be
the Buko
Kologono book, Sampe,
Kologono Ninja.
Yeah, that be
those
Charlie.
places, like, you know, say get special tracks for those people.
Yeah.
You know they mainstream.
Yeah.
Like tracks
But
where
they know.
that they know
Yeah,
they
yeah,
must
sing word for
but
word.
we're not they mainstream.
It's
Yeah.
true. Anyway, so big shouts to Shatterwale. What an atmosphere it was on Sunday, bro. Like, it was crazy. But a 5th World Cup for Ghana. The fifth one in the last 6 editions is crazy, coach. But a country that has never gone to the World Cup until 2006, until 19 years ago, they have made 5 appearances now already.
Last 6.
That is ridiculous, man. Consistent run. Egypt has 4. And Egypt were the first African country to make the World Cup in 1934. Crazy. And they only have 4 appearances. That's crazy. Ghana only made it there in 2006 and they already have 5 appearances. A remarkable consistency, guys.
Yeah.
Remarkable
That is why we have to go there.
I want us to talk about...
Wait.
Hold on.
Wait. That is why we have to go to the World Cup and make an impact.
Okay.
We cannot go there for the sake of going there.
Okay.
Look, it's nice to celebrate, it's nice to jubilate, which we were entitled to, which we have done. But look, anybody who thinks and believes that our technical team is good enough to go and make an impact there, that person is deceiving himself big time. Unless, typical of Ghanaians, we don't want to be honest. And for me, like he rightly said, you congratulate Otuado, his entire technical team. But with the football we are playing, what we have said, myself, all of you, yes, last week when we look, the problem has not changed. So we shouldn't deceive ourselves. I've heard them trying to contract some of their sebi job for the boys people, and they are putting some very funny statistics out there about me. Somebody say I was given Vision FC to coach, and I coached for 8 games and I lost all the 8 games. These are blatant lies.
Wait, they said that's your record.
They said that's
Who
my
said?
record. When I was there, then a colleague of mine sent the thing to me and said, no, I will not gravitate.
Coach, but on a more serious note, I'm familiar with one game that you played. The one where you ran away. You lost that game.
I didn't lose that game.
What happened?
I didn't lose that game because I didn't coach to the end. That was the game. Because you have asked, I'll say it again. That was the game that was to determine whether Dreams FC or Vision FC will qualify to the Middle League.
Yes.
Dreams FC needed to draw the game. Vision under me, we needed to win the game to see who will qualify. Apparently, Ketokreku and Osekre. Ketokreku owns Dreams FC. Osekre is my boss or was my boss. He's still my boss. Anytime I see him, even after that, I call him my chairman. They had agreed.
You don't have evidence.
I have evidence. You have asked me, let me talk.
Yes.
Let me talk.
Yes. You see, there is a
let
different...
me talk.
I understand
you.
Coach.
Don't know the story. You have asked me, why are you
okay,
saying
I'm
that?
listening to
let
you.
me talk.
I'm listening to you. Okay.
They had agreed that Dreams would qualify.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? I had gotten a hint from some of my players during the week's training. And I told the boys that the only thing they can do to harm my team is to show my team a red card to make sure that we will not match. But for as long as I stand on the touchline, Douala, Dreams will not qualify ahead of Vision. So we went to the game. When the game started,
At the Boche Park.
Sijo, under 5 minutes, red card.
For a reckless tackle.
Not for a reckless tackle. For a tackle that didn't even warrant a yellow card. So because I was so smart enough and I had prepared the team to play 10v11 throughout the week, the boys just reorganized themselves. I just stood there and watched. Then we scored the first goal and I told them.
With 10 men?
With 10 men. For as long as I am here and see. Do you know what then happened? Then Dreams FC, they were given a very dubious penalty. And the whole game got stopped for close to 20 minutes. My goalkeeper at the time, he was called Abu. He said he would not stand to make even an attempt to save the penalty. So Abu vacated the goal. And the empty net, bam, 1-1. Then we restarted the game.
Was it something you agreed with?
No, but I didn't agree. But you see, it has gotten to the where, and even as a coach,
Tensions were high.
Tensions were too high that once the boy said he will not go, I cannot force. It's a coach.
Why, he was afraid?
No.
Probably disgusted by the
foul was
protest.
The foul was outside the 18, nowhere closer.
So he was in protest.
It's in protest, and they also on them. So the boy didn't catch. So when I asked, he said, "No, coach, mean the move, So when then we recycled again, we started. Cafe, mafe. All of a sudden,
Cafe mafe means nkakra.
Just say
Pipa.
pipa. All of a sudden, where I was standing, then I saw some Dreams FC supporters walking towards me. Why are you laughing? This is my personal experience. Sejo, they started walking towards me. In fact, I was not focused on them because we were 10v11. So it was constant. Do you know who was then the coach of Dreams FC? Sika Kono. He is my witness to this. So that was the first day I met the left back, Babaraman. After the game, I think 2 days later, I met him somewhere in Madina and I said, look, you play for Black Stars in 2 years. From that, he went straight to Kotoko. The next year, he was playing for Black Stars. Babaraman. So when the Dreams FC supporters came to me, I didn't even see them. Then I heard them saying something. If you want your life, you have to leave here today. So I mean, said they were talking to some. Then one of my substitute players came and said, Coach, who now microphone do Casa? Somebody make Casa said. Oh, then the guy started coming. And if you look at the relationship between Osekre, the people at Dreams and the people at Vision, I can say on hindsight, every single management member of Vision FC accepted that Vision should lose. I was the only stumbling block. Why do I say so? When the people came to attack me, when I turned, my chairman, Osekre, and all the Dreams FC people that I know will come here, they were sitting there, so they were watching. Then one of my players said that, Coach, you're microphone. But then too, my wife had just given birth to my beautiful daughter. And then I looked at what was happening. I said, look at this rubbish. And you know that the annoying part, I was doing the job for free. I had just returned from the States, and
Moshosho put your license to use.
Moshosho said, look, Coach, when I got there, they had done their recruitment, everything. I was not involved in anything of the sort. That was how come Michael Bedi, Samuel Owusu. In fact, Michael Bedi in particular, he was playing for the Vision under 14. I took that ball and promoted him because I'll go and train the second division team in the morning and I'll go and train the juvenile team in the afternoon. Nobody gave me 1 city. Nobody. Because I wanted to practicalize some of the things I had learned. So when I saw that, by the time I realized, oh, Oli Joe. Do you know what Oli Joe is? I'm telling you.
Oli Joe means what?
The Dreams FC support, they are hooked me, my legs couldn't touch the ground.
Oli Joe.
I did Momo.
Like what they did to Ignatius.
Oli Joe is like
just say,
it's like this.
now, oh shit, now, oh shit, my betty.
Why do people can't do like this?
So my players, the substitute players, and some of the Vision FC core supporters who didn't understand what they came. Then I just told them that, you know what? From what I saw, one thing, I expected my chairman or secretary
to intervene.
I'll mention his name. I expected him from wherever he was sitting, where he was with Ketu Krikwe and Co. At least he should have walked there to intervene. He didn't do. So I just left.
Maybe you two, they could have beaten you.
2-3 days. No, they could have beaten me. 2-3 days. Then I came and I told them that I'm grateful for the opportunity. I don't think this is a place I can work. In fact, I had gotten an appointment somewhere in Sweden, so I was leaving. But even that, anytime I went and I came back, he wanted me to come around. To the extent I even went with them at Odoi, coached them. They were losing 2-0. I came, changed the tide. We won that game 3-2, all sort of things. That's why I say at times, I don't really want to talk too much about this matter. But I've seen that they've contracted how can somebody who lost 8 games be battling for
Middle League
Middle League
qualification. It's not possible.
So I was telling the person, then the caption was, Coach Nimble says he will qualify the Black Stars to the World Cup if he's to play against Chad. I still maintain that. Given the Black Stars against Chad and Car and this, what I will not qualify them to the World Cup. I will qualify to the AFCON. If you give me Sudan with these players, South players, I will qualify them because I will not do the sort of thing that Otto did. I will not do it. So you understand what I'm saying? So the point I'm making is that we are thankful to them. We've qualified to the AFCON. But you, me, everybody watching. The standard of the World Cup is not a joke. If you think that the coaching under Otuado, the way the Black Stars have played under Otuado, is what it should be to go to the World Cup, we are deceiving ourselves big time. That is why he should have qualified to the AFCON for us to assess him properly with the big boys of Africa. Apart from Cape Verde, who, of course, I don't measure the Black Stars to go. But every proper World Cup team have qualified for the AFCON. Egypt is there, Senegal, Tunisia, all of them mentioned. We are the only big name team in Africa who will not be at the AFCON, but we are going to the World Cup. You see, with the monfanya kwadro. You see what will happen.
Coach.
Maybe.
Okay, thank you very much. You see, the reason I don't want us to dwell on that is that I like your monologue, as to the issues of whether or not Osekwe and Nketiah had
Friend, don't do that. Don't comment on that.
No, I need to.
Why do you need to comment on that? Were you there?
I wasn't.
So you don't comment on that.
No, you see.
Did you see what I saw?
Let me explain. You haven't
explain
heard
what?
me.
You don't need to mention.
Coach,
let's do the program and let's go.
Yes, so let me explain. You have
explain what?
You spoken nicely.
Explain what?
You have spoken nicely.
There's nothing I spoke for you to listen, not for you to come back and comment.
So
let's
now it's time for
program.
you to also listen.
Not on that matter.
You
listen. Brought the matter
you
up.
Listen.
Who brought up the
listen.
matter?
You listen.
Who brought up the matter?
You listen. In your submission, okay, which you passionately delivered. Okay. No, coach, you see, which you passionately delivered. And it's a personal experience. But in it, there were insinuations and direct allegations, which you say you have evidence to. And I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Hold on. You let me finish. I don't doubt you. No, I don't doubt you. However, as here, we don't have evidence to support that.
So you don't comment on it. Leave it like that. And let's move on.
Let me finish.
Comment when I'll pass it.
No, let me finish. So I'm trying to say, okay, what I'm trying to establish is plausible deniability. You know what that means?
There's no need to even go there.
No, it's important. It's important.
To go there to do what?
No, you see, coach.
Why is that important?
Okay, so let me just say this. Okay, now I'm not saying it to you. Coach has made his point, okay? In the making of his point, he did establish that per his own experience and the evidence that he had, he believed strongly, and he said he had evidence to back it, that it was a game of convenience. I'm saying here on the Madam Go podcast that while Coach has said what he has said, me, Krante, Sicho, Achu, all of us were not there. So we can't speak to whether or not the evidence you had is true or it's false. So I just want to establish that that's it. Finish. As for you, you have spoken nicely. I understand you. And it's your personal experience. I wasn't there. So, I can't say you are lying. It's possible. And that experience has traumatized you, and you've spoken about it a lot. So, Coach, I'm really sorry.
I've said it so. I'm waiting for somebody to come and challenge.
It's true.
They should come and challenge.
I'm really sorry about what you went through. Because, it's not easy for them to hook you Olijo. Coach, that day, Coach didn't go with sneakers. He has slippers.
That thing on. Why have you done this thing for 30 minutes?
Coach put the slippers in polythene bag.
You said he doesn't have evidence, so quickly you
not that one. There's a different.
No, but you keep bringing him back to it because
the traumatic experience.
Who will go at my level? I'll go and coach with slippers.
All right, let's move on. What I really want us to talk about, Coach, the thing it really enter Coach. But guys, we are at the World Cup. So naturally, there is conversation about which players go to the World Cup. Coach has spoken brilliantly about which coach should go to the World Cup. In fact, you've spoken about who should not take us to the World Cup, right? They haven't established who should.
It is not about only having a certain group of... Look, it is nobody's bona fide right to say coach A or player A should go or shouldn't go.
Yeah.
No.
But we need the best.
We need it. Because I'm of the view that this is the 5th time of going.
Yes.
We can't go there for the sake of it.
All right.
So,
let's say... we have heard in the last few days that Eddie Nketiah is very interested and ready to play for the Black Stars. Hassan Odoi's
from
name...
his end?
From his end, yes.
Well, you and myself were talking about it, and I said, I thought these are rumors.
I've seen the Eddie video. I don't know.
No, that video is from 2022, so not that one. That's not a recent one.
But this
one is insiders.
Oh, so you can
who are reporting that.
So we can work with it.
No. We can work with the rumor.
Yeah, I'm saying we can work with the rumor.
Exactly, it's a rumor that we're working.
It is not confirmed. The player has come out to say.
No, it's not come out. So that's why I haven't said it's come out. I said it's been reported. That Eddie Nketiah is very interested and available to play for the Black Stars if we so deem him good enough to be called to the national team. Hudson Odoi's name has been mentioned as well as another player who is potentially available and ready to play for the national team. I don't know about others. In fact, today, there was Francis Amuzu, whose name was also mentioned today, from plays in Belgium. Oh, actually knows him. He's laughing about it.
Yeah, because I
He's a
remember.
winger.
I remember the things he said 2 years ago.
Oh, we
was
all
it?
remember. Francis Amuzu. Where is he these days? Is he still in Belgium?
I think he's still in Belgium.
Yeah. So he's also been mentioned as being a player interested. And then other players like Romeo Lavia have been mentioned, not from their end, but from Ghana's end.
Amuzu is now in Brazil, plays for Grêmio.
Okay. From Ghana's end as potentially a player that they could be courting to take to the World Cup as well. So then the general and the larger argument obviously is, and I think people have trivialized it, that should players who didn't play in the qualifiers be called to the national team? But I think ultimately the question is specifically on these players who had played a certain number of matches or declared previously for other countries. Should they then be accepted if they change their mind? I think that is the ultimate question. It shouldn't be about if you didn't play the qualifier, should you be called? It should be about those who declared initially.
You can't set that question.
Which one?
First, you can't set the question that it shouldn't be if you play the qualifiers or you didn't play.
That it should not a factor that should
no,
be
it should be
considered.
a issue. People should.
You know why I say that?
Why?
It's because you and I know 100% that there will be players who have not played in the qualifier that will be at the World Cup. It always happens.
Hang on.
No,
It doesn't
would it happen?
Hold
it there. So the dynamics are different. There will be players who are Ghanaians and have not had any affiliations, who we all know are in the Ghanaian pool, who didn't play the friendlies, the qualifiers, and can't go to the World Cup because they'll pick form, others will get injured. Then there are players who had allegiance with another country, said they wouldn't play for Ghana or didn't show any interest, and now are looking to play at the World Cup.
Those are the ones I want us to debate.
Yeah, so if somebody says that if you didn't play,
that's another argument. I get you now. Okay, that's a separate conversation
Absolutely.
that another person can have.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So then let's talk about the ones who have previously declared allegiance for other countries, but are now available and say that they want to play for Ghana. Where do you start? So there's Eddie Nketiah, Hudson Odoi, Francis Amuzu so far has been mentioned. There are probably others that will come up in the coming days. Situ, I'm going to begin with you. Where do you stand on this whole debate?
It's a tough one, but listen, timing is everything as well. And it's become one too many. It's almost becoming a culture that whenever the Black Stars, because when we qualify to an AFCON, we don't see these guys showing up.
That's a good point.
Like we've been struggling in AFCON in the last 3-4 editions. When we qualify and we are going to the AFCON.
We've not won in 43 years.
Yes. When you are going to the AFCON and the AFCON is being played in periods that are not favorable to those playing in Europe, we've never seen anybody raise their hand that I have a Ghanaian lineage and I really want to be Ghanaian now. But if you cast your mind back to 2010 World Cup, we had an incident, right? So as soon as we qualified, then Prince Boateng was all of a sudden available to play. And then we saw Iñaki Williams going to the Qatar World Cup. A year before that, he had said he didn't feel Ghanaian. He felt more from the Basque region and Spanish.
Tariq Lamptey.
And then Tariq Lamptey.
Yeah, I didn't say it. No, but he was also holding on.
He didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything, but he was more intelligent about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But even I don't think we're desperately chasing him because we thought we were good there. But of course, he also then declared his intention and recorded it. So it's almost become like whenever Ghana has qualified for the World Cup, the timing is for me what the problem is. Because we've had several major tournaments, i.e. or many tournaments, the AFCON, that we've not seen these guys coming. So when Ghanaians begin to worry about the fact that all of a sudden when we are going to the World Cup, we have players who some way, somehow now feel like they are Ghanaians. I think they have a genuine concern that we can't be used as a tool for players to satisfy for players to satisfy their egos of playing at the World Cup or their childhood dream of repping at the World Cup. Because if we want to build, and the thing about the other countries that people say that, oh, they have so many players who were born outside. Look, those countries, they have those players playing at the AFCON. The Algerian team that won the AFCON, the Maris and co. They had those players who were born in France and Holland. They were there at the AFCON.
Mm-hmm.
When we see Morocco, the players who were born in France and other places, they are there with them at the AFCON. They are there with them in friendlies. These are players who genuinely say, we want to play for Morocco, not necessarily because you're going to the World Cup. In fact, they come before the process even starts.
Hakimi could have played for Spain.
He could have played for Spain, but he chose to. And I'm saying, there are even players who have
And
played
he's
in
better than Spain's right backs at the moment.
Yeah, there are
But
players.
he made a decision.
No,
He chose
points. There are players who have played for the French juvenile teams. And in the Spanish juvenile teams. Yet,
And I've come to Africa.
Made the switches to their respective countries.
But they've made
Even,
one
and they've played
senior
AFCONs.
appearance. Yes.
How many of our expats, Ghanaians, who are not necessarily from Ghana full time, or they didn't grow up in Ghana?
How many Ghanaians born abroad? Sure.
How many of the players who are born abroad have come to play for Ghana at the AFCON? Or have come to play for Ghana when nothing is at stake? When we don't have any tournament?
When is AFCON at stake? Which means a lot to us.
I'm saying that Ghana didn't qualify for the AFCON. When the AFCON disaster happened, qualifiers happened, have we had players who are saying that, oh, now I want to play for the Black Stars? Then you can start helping. It was a difficult time. They can start helping Ghana through the World Cup qualifiers. We never have those. We never get those. So I genuinely understand how some die-hard Ghanaian fans feel like, Master, we be Ghana. We are Ghana. Who be you? Where were you when we were struggling? All of a sudden, the day, and you see, it was all these things coming out the day after we qualified.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as we qualified, then the news started.
This story started flying.
So I get it. I get the conversation and the sentiment about it, because otherwise, if this continues, every time we qualify for a World Cup, people will confidently feel like, oh, when the ones they qualify, I can join them. I won't play. Oh, they should play. I won't play. Let me focus on my club side. Let me hope that this my country will come. If they don't call me and they qualify to the World Cup, they did it for KP. They did it for Inaki Williams. They've done it for Odoi, Nketiah. They'll call me. The moment we go down that line, it's not good for us. However, we shouldn't also shut the door entirely to some of these players. And for me, we shouldn't lump all of them together. It should be case specific, player specific. Whoever wants to be available to play for the Black Stars, let them be available. Let them make their switches. They shouldn't call us and tell us that, look, if you guarantee me a place at the World Cup, I will switch my nationality. No. Switch your nationality first and let's start talking. So if Odoi today says that he's eligible to play for Ghana, he's made his nationality switch. Nketiah and all the other names have made their switches. It wouldn't be because we've promised them the World Cup. It would be because they now want to help and compete for their places with the Black Stars. Then Otto and his technical team can then assess them just like they would assess every Ghanaian footballer. So if Odoi says today that I'm Ghanaian, Otto will be watching him. If Nketiah says he's Ghanaian, Otto will be watching him. But it shouldn't be tied to the fact that they are going to the World Cup, so they have to switch. There's a difference. Nketiah can say that I'm Ghanaian, so he might as well miss out on the World Cup. He might as well miss out on Odoi can miss out on the World Cup. But when you're back from the World Cup and you're preparing a team to play our next AFCON qualifiers, because they are Ghanaians, they can be called.
Don't you think there's the sense that the moment they switch, they are going is why people are just very upset?
It's
because there's
of the timing.
that feeling that
Because of
maybe
the
if
timing.
they switch, no, they are going.
But conversation, when Inaki switched, we knew he was going to the World Cup.
Right.
In fact,
Yeah.
the reason why he switched was because we were telling him that we
No,
would take him
if
to the
he
World Cup.
himself knew that
Yes.
if he switched,
So the conversations are important and the dynamics of it are very important. So we should make it clear. Or you can, if you want to be a Ghanaian, if today we wake up and Ronaldinho's son wants to be, or some player we've seen in the Premier League who hasn't played enough for his country wants to be a Ghanaian, they can be a Ghanaian without even telling us. You can switch your nationality if it is doable without even telling anybody. Once we know you are Ghanaian, we'll be monitoring you. So it should not be tied to going to the World Cup. They can switch if they want to. But they should switch, and if we don't need them to be at the World Cup, they stay home, they support us. When we are back from the World Cup, and we feel like, oh, we need Odoi because Kamal Sulemana is not available, Pencil is injured, or some players have lost form, we need Nketiah because Jordan's legs are older, We don't have a striker because, and then we invite them for some 2 friendly matches in Asia, and they are able to come and commit to it. Or we invite them for some AFCON qualifiers in Comoros or in Chad or in Niger, and they're able to come and commit to it. Then we know that, oh yeah, these guys are not here for just the World Cup, but they are here to be part of the Black Stars. Because I don't like the idea of calling players because of tournaments. I like an idea of calling players because of the team. Because post the tournament is the team.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
If Harry Kane said today, so it's hypothetical, so forgive me, that he's switching his nationality to become Ghanaian, and he is in that kind of form that he is now, and he's able to switch even after Ghana has qualified for the World Cup, and the switch is successful, it goes through. You look at that, such a player, do you think the coach should call such a player?
Yeah.
So good. So in that sense, let's bring it to the ones that are in the conversation.
Yeah.
So Eddie Nketiah and Hudson Odoi, where do you see them in terms of the value they bring to the squad?
Yeah.
And if they successfully switch now, are there players that you think should be in the squad for whatever reason? Or what do you think about that?
Yeah. So again, goes back to the points I made. It should be player specific.
Yes.
Not lumping all of it together.
Exactly. So case by case.
So case by case. In the case of Hudson Odoi,
if he switches now.
If he switches now, I think, and if he switches now, we have from now to the end of the season to judge all our wingers because we become part of them. I think that we don't lack players in the position in which Hudson Odoi plays. Hudson Odoi is living on the high praise and the potential everybody knew he had when he was coming out from Cobham. Because he was incredible. But look, he's very inconsistent, like since he left Chelsea or even before he left Chelsea. But in the minds of people, they still look at him through the lenses of the player they thought he could be. When Bayern were all over him and many big clubs were all over him. But Hudson Odoi, for me, in my opinion, is good, but it's not consistent. It's not over the top. I don't think he takes us to any other level. He's as inconsistent as some of the wingers we have. So I don't think he breaks through. But he is a very good option. He's a really good option.
But he just misses out on the squad for you.
Yeah, I think he can get in. It's close. It's close, but then that's what I'm saying. Between now and the end of the season, we can judge. But I don't think he's a player that I'll throw him in because he's special. In the case of Odoi Nketiah, I think he's the one kind of player that Ghana as a country, maybe for now, don't have a profile of his. Right? Because when you look at the Black Stars now, we have Jordan Ayew as the striker. And an out-and-out striker after Jordan Ayew is Jerry Efriye. Now, look at the experience of Jordan and look at the inexperience or the experience of Jerry Efriye. Odoi Nketiah is in between that. And I'm thinking that if Odoi Nketiah is with the Black Stars, right, and then he's fit, and you are going to a tournament, and Odoi Nketiah is on your bench, and you need to throw in another striker, I think it's a good choice. Inaki hasn't been good for us down the middle. And even for his club, doesn't do that. Semenya doesn't go down the middle for his club. So the only player that you can trust to go down the middle is maybe Thomas Ben-Nasante as well, who we haven't seen enough of. So I would, in the national team. So I would be okay if you've got Odoi Nketiah around because at the moment, we don't have a player like him in the team. It's Jordan and then Jerry Efriye. So if you take Odoi Nketiah to the World Cup, for instance, and there are games we want to play two top, you can easily drop Jordan in behind Odoi Nketiah. The two of them can be players who play around each other, and I think that works. So player specific, Odoi Nketiah would be the one that I would lean towards saying that, okay, if he makes the switch now, and he will go through the friendlies that we are lining up, it could be one of those players that I think,
should be on the plane.
Yeah, could be on the plane considering.
Or I mean, you would understand why.
I would understand why he gets on the plane
puts him
considering the fact that we don't have an out-and-out striker like him.
Okay. Then my last question to you would be, there is then the other group of players that the FA has in the past actively pursued. And let's be fair to even players like Inaki Williams. While he might have said in the past that he didn't feel Ghanaian, we know that he was also very much pursued.
Yeah, he was.
Thank you. Not just him. There were quite a number of them. In fact, the FA were the ones who announced. They even did announcement videos.
Even Mohamed Salisu, who was born in Ghana, was pursued.
A lot. Are there players at the moment, and I'll mention one of them, Romeo Lavia, who is eligible to play for Ghana because he's only made one senior appearance for Belgium. We know if he's fit, he's going to the World Cup for Belgium.
100%.
100%. But do you think that, we don't know what he thinks, but do you think that there are players out there that the FA should actively pursue, even if they were not thinking about playing for us at the World Cup, that you think maybe we should make an effort for? That could improve our national team.
Look, I listened to Otoado speak. I think in your interview with Otoado. Yeah. And he said something about he always looking out for players who can. He's been trying to find some players. So it's almost like it's a daily thing for them. They are always looking now to get players out there who they can bring on board. Look, when they are going to the World Cup, you need your best players available. Ultimately, you need players who come and gel and fit in the team.
Yes.
In the team. You need to keep that team spirit going. Because look, the Black Stars, as it is, we have qualified to the World Cup, but there are several deficiencies in the team.
Of course.
I don't necessarily trust our centre-back partnerships. I don't necessarily think that we've got the best full-backs or wing-backs.
I think it's one of our weekest positions.
Yes.
Full-backs.
So, full-backs.
Or the right wing-backs.
Yes. And even though we are scoring a lot of goals in the World Cup qualifiers, again, I think we need an extra striker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when it comes to the middle of the park, do we need an extra body, something else something different from Elijah Usu, Salis, and then Sibo? You need something, because they are quite similar. Even though
I
Sibo,
would say if there's a possibility for someone like Romeo Lavia, we don't blink.
Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. So
where did that idea come from?
no, it was hypothetical.
It's hypothetical.
So he even mentioned that if he's fit, he's going for Belgium.
So you think there's a world where that guy is fit?
See, the thing is, when people's minds change, Inaki is a good example.
Inaki was rejected. The only world where Ghana gets into Lavia's head is if Belgium rejects him. The only reason
that's the thing. You can't speak like that. You're speaking for him.
We are speaking. We're making logical deductions. Yeah,
but when Lavia plays for Belgium, it's not because they've not called him or he's missed out.
It's fitness. If he's fit, he will play.
Fair. No, I get it. But you see, you can't, as Chicho said, we can't just shut the door and give up, fold our arms and give up.
I'm saying
what I'm saying.
We can make logical deductions. At this moment,
I understand you.
The only reason why he doesn't have an international career, so to speak, is the fitness.
So why do you think that we should only pursue people who don't seem to have any career? Why? We are Ghana. You see.
So
finish your point.
Yeah, finally so that the guys join you. For me, that is how I think. Like I said, the timing of it matters. The fact that players are coming because of World Cup matters.
Yes.
They should switch the nationalities and leave it at that.
Okay.
Now I'm ready to play. Right now, I won't play for England. I won't play for Belgium. I won't play for that. I'm available to play for Ghana. You keep quiet. Keep playing for your club. When we feel that we need you in our team, we'll call you. Not that the FA will come to you and promise you that Nketiah, if you switch, you go to the World Cup. And so if you switch, you go to the World Cup. No, let them switch. And let's assess them and see if they are good enough for the team. Ultimately, team chemistry is important.
And that commitment test is where the real problem is, because at the beginning, it's hard for you to judge whether they are committed or not. Because at the beginning, there's a World Cup at stake. The commitment level will be very, very high.
It's not hard.
Hold on. No, you let me finish. The commitment level will be very high from the beginning. That one, without a doubt. Because as you know, as we are aware, it's a big goal or a bigger goal that they've targeted. However, with the Kevin Prince Boateng example, okay, when he switched the nationality, in fact, he made his debut in a pre-World Cup friendly game against Bosnia, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay. And came in the second half. That was his debut for Ghana. Then his full debut in a competitive game was the first match at the World Cup against. So if our pre-2010 was the Netherlands game he didn't play. Because they were playing FA Cup final.
Yeah.
You understand? So his first game was our last World Cup, pre-World Cup friendly, I think, against Bosnia. Second half. And then first game against Serbia. Played every game at the World Cup. And then after Ghana got knocked out of the World Cup against Uruguay, Kevin Prince Boateng did not play another game for the Black Stars until the second leg of our playoff match against Egypt.
Yeah.
And in between, there was AFCON 2012, qualifiers and AFCON itself. Then AFCON 2013, qualifiers and AFCON itself.
And then the World Cup qualifiers.
And then the World Cup qualifiers.
Also the playoffs.
There were 8 games. In fact, we played 6 games. 2 against Sudan, 2 against Zambia. Who was the other team in there? There was another team. He didn't play one. Then in the playoff, the one we won at home 6-1, he didn't play.
That one, we can't use Ghana flag. You know, Ghanaians were angry
Yes.
at him. So in Kumasi,
Yes,
I was
he
at the
didn't play,
stadium.
but
They
he
gave him
the
the
game.
flag.
ran around with, yes.
like the way Painter
Yes,
would run
but
around
he
the
didn't
flag.
play.
He didn't play that game.
Then
It
the
wasn't even a
second
match they
leg
scored.
against Egypt.
He played some 30
He
minutes,
came
20
on.
minutes or
Yeah,
something.
thank you. That one cry, he plays for a few minutes. And then next thing, he was on the plane to the World Cup in Brazil. Went and caused all kinds of problems. That's another story for another day. So, at the beginning, it was hard for any of us to tell, especially before 2010, that the guy was not.
And the way he played the 2010 World Cup, no.
Thank you
You
very
didn't
much.
think he
So
wasn't
it was
committed.
hard. That's why I was trying to say that. Let me explain that. At the beginning, it was hard. We couldn't. None of us could have foretold that after the World Cup, he would behave the way he did.
And I'm still saying to you that the test of commitment is what I said. It's not hard to pull off.
Okay, go on. I'm listening.
If you say, if I had my way, if you were a player, and whether we spoke to you before or we did not speak to you, and you decided
Tell you
that,
why they go gym or what?
If you onyamiano aso in the chop, you know they chop.
But your stomach, no, check like it calm down small.
but I told you the
Smoothie.
dieting.
The dieting. I don't use my app. No.
Yeah.
You use that.
So I use that and the diets.
God damn it.
Yeah.
You guys say,
No, but this one, I stopped for about 2 weeks because Charlie, the weight loss was too much.
God damn it. You should get like 2 packs for this.
Charlie. So look,
Go on with your commitment test.
irrespective of whether we made
Fenton
efforts,
is jealous. Yeah. They got so many far treats with that.
No, my God.
We're full.
Charlie, when the phone day, like I will show you some message. You come from room, you know the first thing you do. Charlie, your fitness regime, you for
He
sure.
was showing.
You know the sick, but he say you want the same diets, the same fat-free diets.
You don't give me.
Charlie, but look, whether we made contact with you or not, I would propose that if you made your nationality switch less than 18 months before the World Cup, your first call up into the national team cannot be before the World Cup. That is the test of commitment. So if indeed you are not coming because of the allure of the World Cup, you wouldn't mind. After all, you just want to come and help. No be so.
So this applies to players who have been pursued in the past. That's what you're
Yes.
saying. Okay.
If we pursued, in fact, for everybody, if we decide to waive it,
that's what I'm saying. No, if we are pursuing
for everybody,
Oh.
if we decide to waive it because in your case, we never really asked you to come
right.
Right.
So why would you say I should wait 18 months?
because I know us and I know the undue exceptions we can give for people. But if we decide to waive it, fair enough. But the golden rule should be because the 18 months period before the World Cup, it will capture some AFCON qualifiers. It will capture an AFCON in between and then the World Cup qualifiers. So if you don't do it within that period and you show up after qualification has been secured, the only time you should be able to receive your first call-up should be after the World Cup. Put that into motion. And let's see the people, the vultures, who stick around and wait till you secure World Cup qualification. Look, let's not mince words. Let's not kid ourselves. The only reason the names we are hearing today are interested in playing for us is because they have been rejected by the countries that they thought they had opportunities there. I will not be revisionist to sit here and say that I disagreed with the decisions that they made. If I were in their shoes, I probably would have made the same decisions. Nketiah was educated and trained by the English. They gave him their national teams. He went through the English youth system. At the time he got his England call-up, he was the highest scoring player of all time as far as England's youth teams was concerned. So when he sat in front of cameras and said, this is the natural progression, it was true. It made sense. I, as Ghanaian, I didn't feel insulted because we were trying to reap where we had not sown. You get me? So for situations like that, when the player sees that opportunity, and you see, it wasn't a case of someone who England just showed up and tossed the chance. They had trained him. There was a clear pathway for him. Unfortunately for him, he probably should have read between the lines and realized that even though across the youth teams he had done well, his ceiling was what he reached before he got into the national team. If you will remember, before the Euros, there was a game where Gareth Southgate dropped him and picked an additional goalkeeper. So he had 2 substitute goalkeepers on the bench for one game. Nketiah was not injured. It was that game, and I think he made a lot of rounds on social media. It was that game that everyone said, Charlie, that is the biggest FU a manager can give you. That he would rather go with 2 goalkeepers who he knows that one of them he's not going to use anyway than to give you that opportunity. Look, the 2 of them, they are being opportunistic. The only reason we're having this conversation is because they do not have a future with England.
That's it.
Nketiah since that debut call-up, has he played, I think, once. 1 game in 3 years. Callum Hudson-Odoi, 3 games in 3 years in that period. Check Nketiah's numbers at Crystal Palace. They are not great. 2 seasons ago, he had more yellow cards than goals scored. He scored 4 goals in all competitions in 29 appearances and had 5 yellow cards. It is only when you put his total goal contributions together that his goals and assists matched his tally of yellow cards. He is not
which season? Last season?
2 seasons ago. He's not a prolific striker. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Sicho has explained it. So even for the case...
And that's his highest scoring season?
No. Since he made that switch. Because we are speaking based on their recent performances, the recent seasons. Even if you set aside the fact that this is a very opportunistic move and you want to admit them based on the performances, this is Nketiah's record. Callum Hudson-Odoi's. As we speak, the players that they are in direct competition for, or they will be in direct competition for if we were to admit them, will be Jordan Ayew for Nketiah and for Hudson-Odoi, Antoine Semenyo and Mohamed Kudus.
It's not an either-or situation. Addition.
No.
Eddie's not coming to compete with Jordan. He's coming to complement Jordan.
I'll get to that part.
Okay.
He has just had an all-timer World Cup qualifying.
Yes, so you come and compliment him, not replace.
So he can't compete him. For those who say that he has a profile we don't have, the guy, he is not trusted anywhere with the profile that he has. Palace don't have anybody like him.
They have Mateta. He didn't play ahead of Mateta.
He is a very different player.
No, I'm saying that they are both strikers.
No,
Mateta
I'm saying that specific. I'm saying that specific to the issue of profile, and to say that for one tactical context, that profile will come in handy. Others see that too. Other countries see that too. But the body of work that will qualify you into a national team is simply not enough. The fact that you are unique is not good enough. Your numbers have to be competitive. Your performances have to be competitive. Before we introduce that into the national team, that is where your profile will speak. And then we say that, okay, where the performance levels are similar, the attitude, behavior, commitment levels, everything is similar. We look at what sets you apart from your teammates. That is where your style, which is different from Jordan, which is different from Jerry Afriye, will be valuable. You get the point I'm making? Unfortunately for Nketiah, he does not have enough to get him through the door.
If Ghana is going to the World Cup and they are taking 4 strikers.
Yes.
Okay.
You won't need 4 strikers at the World Cup. Let's speak reality. No, because we have seen that. We've been to the World Cup 5
realistically,
times.
how many strikers? 3.
If I had my way, 2.
Why?
Because your
Why?
coach...
2 is woefully inadequate.
your coach doesn't play more than one striker. Your coach plays one striker. So if it's going to...
It depends on the profile of the strikers. For example, the coach can also play Jordan as a number 10 or Jordan wide.
Yes.
So Jordan could be a striker yet also do another job.
Yeah. But at the end of the day,
the fact is you can't take two strikers.
For me, I think it will be adequate because the other responsibilities on the team that your striker could do, you have enough players to plug those holes. Be it someone behind the striker, be it someone from wide areas.
I think it's team
the
specific.
options there.
You need
So I'm
goal scorers
mentioning
around
them.
the striker.
Yes, and I'm saying that the options there in the forward areas.
So Semenyo,
Right side, we are
Kudus.
stacked. Left, we are stacked. In behind the striker, we have the options there. The only problem we have is someone to deputize Jordan Ayew. And I'm saying that the only reason I will agree to admit Nketiah, given his very unpleasant circumstances, is if he's coming in with numbers that you simply cannot argue against. Hudson Odoi, as we speak, in the same Premier League that he is blowing hot and cold, the Ghanaian forwards in the team are the best performing in the Premier League at the moment. Semenyo and Mohamed Kudus. And here's the thing. When you go to the World Cup, typically, coaches would work with maximum of 18 players. So if you're bringing in someone to come in and disturb the team chemistry and disturb the unity that the boys have got. Yesterday, I interviewed Odoi. One of the things he said was that he is not going to be in a hurry to disturb the formula that he has arrived at. Look, we feel the fact that the team did not qualify for the AFCON, but the coach and the players, they experienced it a bit more because the little issues that led them there, they were directly responsible for it. And the sense of hurt, the sense of guilt and disappointment that comes out of it, for them, it is more profound. And he is not in a hurry to throw... We were the same people who sat here to discuss the issue of captaincy and the discontentment it created in the team. He has managed to resolve that. Look, I will say it without shame. If you bring in anybody that the players should not happy with, they should kick against it and insist that player should not be invited into the team.
They don't have the right to do that.
They should.
I have a question for you.
We are creating let me finish.
Okay.
We are creating a culture where everybody can take us for a ride.
No, actually, do you think...
And there is no
here's a question
standard.
for you.
There is no
Do you
standard
think that
of...
the Black
Just
Stars
let me finish here.
players-
There is no standard of managing, admitting foreign-born nationals and people who we have not had any prior relationship with to trust their interests, that indeed their interest aligns with us and that they will make the sort of commitments that we would expect of the players that we have
this is
groomed.
based on what exactly? Like, how do you... Simply because they didn't commit early...
No, based on the players we have admitted in the past, and I don't care
Yes,
whether it worked
but
out
like
or
Sicho
not.
said, those are like individual basis. Those are because
But
to be
it
fair,
is those experiences that
to
I'm
be
saying
fair,
should
the
inform
reason-
how we
Can
treat
you-
this.
but I'm saying that to be fair,
You can't question.
you can't question
commitment
that's
level.
what I was getting to.
Tariq
Someone
Lamptey.
like Tariq
Tariq
Lamptey and
Lamptey,
Naki
so-
Williams, they switched under similar circumstances, but their allegiance and their commitment can't be
You
questioned.
can't
Inaki
question.
is always there. Well, even when
Always
he's not-
available.
he's always there.
When it doesn't start, he
Tariq
doesn't
is fit,
complain, doesn't sulk.
always there. You understand? So we can't really question. So
Commitment.
individual basis, Kevin Prince Boateng, his guys was.
You know why I'm smiling?
I'm listening to you.
The whole point of admitting these boys into the team, whether we chased you and you said no, or you woke up one day and we got lucky that you wanted to play for us, is that we expect that you bring some value into the team.
Yes.
The commitments and all of those concerns we have, it is to ensure that there will not be anything that will interfere with your capacity to provide that value. No be so. When you look at Inaki Williams as we speak, you cannot question the commitment, but there is a reason he is not performing.
Which is
That one is a coaching reason.
No,
no,
it's not.
coach, which
That is
what?
your belief. I don't.
What do you think?
I don't-
I
don't
want to
believe
hear
that.
it.
What do you think is the reason?
Footballers are not plug and play. They are not accessories you can go and buy from the phone shop
So what is the reason?
what's
and
the
come and
issue?
plug and play.
Yeah, you mean his teammates don't like him?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that you need to create a pathway and ensure that the person who comes in gets used to the culture of the team. You cannot expect that you throw in someone 6 months into a major competition. because it may have worked once or twice in the past, you completely, especially for someone who hasn't been with any of your national teams before. But these boys, we see how other countries do it too. Hakim Ziyech.
Let me finish. How many of our Black Stars players have ever played in other youth teams?
Wait,
No, on top of that,
Mohamed Salisu.
I'll answer that.
On top of that,
I will answer that.
On top of that,
Thomas Partey.
Let me make that point.
Salis.
I'm saying that.
Sibo.
I'm saying that for especially for the kids who have not played for any of your teams before, that culture that you have is something they need to be exposed to very early. It is not by accident that for places like Nigeria, Morocco, Algeria, when there is a chance that you play for the national team, you will make that switch early. Iwobi is an example. After England under 20 straight, Hakim Ziyech played for the Dutch under 17, under 19, under 21. After that, went back to play for the youth teams, Olympic, I think just one Olympic game, and then straight into the national team.
But I've also seen players who have switched late for this country.
I get that, but I'm saying that our decisions should be influenced by the experiences we have had. Just go through the list of all of these, the Avengers that we brought in. Don't you find it intriguing that somebody like Semenyo, Iñaki Williams, is it because they are bad players?
Don't go along that tangent. That system.
But there's also,
let me ask you a question. A player like Kamaldeen Sulemana
has
played for the Black Stars for 4 years, 5 years.
He
just scored his first goal.
Yeah.
Right? We saw Osman Bukari. I mean, he showed glimpses, never really consistent. And we see several players who are typical Ghanaians, they've always been in and around, but their performance are as inconsistent as these Avengers, as I like them, as you call them. So I don't think...
How do you explain this?
Yeah, absolutely. How do you explain this, really? Because Mohamed Salah used to say, on and off. Gideon Mensah, Black Stars, still on and off.
Two truths can coexist. There are things indoctrination cannot fix. If you are inconsistent, you are inconsistent. Yeah.
But you see, the thing
at the heart of it, I'm just saying that anybody who plays for us, we should arrive at a point where, and I think it starts from this window, where we are deliberate about insisting that we, even for the under 17, under 20, and it goes with integrity as well and being honest. Okay. You cannot avoid the right players at that age level because when they come to the national level, you can no longer avoid them.
So for you, at this point, it's too late for you.
No, it's too late.
For them to switch.
It's too late.
Because if they are switching, it's an opportunistic move. So we shouldn't call them.
Don't call them.
Coach, I'm going to give you the last word on it, but let me go to Cranton. DK, where do you stand? Sicho made a point on the two players, especially Hassan Odoi and Eddie Nketiah. He says he thinks Eddie Nketiah has what it takes to improve the team because of his profile. He thinks Hassan Odoi is placed in a position where we have just about enough talent. So he doesn't think that he should be called even if he switches, unless something dramatic happens, of course, towards the end of the season. But, so I don't even want to... What do you make of the whole general conversation around this? Because it's been quite... it's head-splitting. Like, there are people that are like
everybody's
very
right.
stone... Yeah. Like
whichever side of the coin you are,
you're right. You have a good reason. There are people who are stonewall no. It's like, let's not do it like Achu. And there are those that are like, let's be flexible. If we can improve the team, why not?
It's too late
to apologize.
Masa, this is Wendy Shea. It's too late.
Wow, I was going One Republic.
Yeah, you go One Republic.
It's
we are
too
here
late to apologize.
No, that's why I beat Wendy Shea.
Them bands who are now they can't seek.
Oh, killer. Media, no lie. No. I'll not take them.
You will not take them.
At least for this World Cup, no. See, it's like we don't want to listen to the players and the people close to the team. We are not listening to
and the
them.
coach.
They are sending out signals.
They've said something. Jordan said something in match. Otuado said a similar thing when he spoke to Achu. But what we think is FIFA. It's not FIFA. It's not FIFA cards that you see.
Physical, real.
You see the ratings. This one is 93, so you pick, then you play, then it will work. It doesn't work like that. National team football, you see, the contact time you have as a coach, as a playing body, is not plenty. So there needs to be a common understanding of the group when you are doing these plug and play things, it shouldn't come in mass. It should come, if it's 1-1, that's fine. Like 2010. So if you put it in context, 2010, that was a settled team. It was a settled team. Then one player came to join. So the player had to do more adapting to the team than for the team to adapt to him. There was already a set culture, something that was thriving, and he came to meet it. So it was easier for him to embed himself. We've made serious mistakes with our youth football. So much so that now, that's what you were asking, how many players have played? But we are lucky that the boys that we've plugged and played in the past, they've now gathered some experience in the national team. So some of them have been there for 4 or 5 years. So it is enough for them to carry that experience into a tournament. It doesn't mean that we should go and spoil it again by plugging and playing. See, when you look at context, it explains why the KP thing worked. And it worked twice, because even 2014 it be the off-field issues. But the ball where the boys play, this one, ballers. But the 2010 example, a settled team, he comes in, he does well. These things happen. Some of the players who were going into the competition as their debut tournaments, like the likes of Adia, I think it was Kujo Asamoah. It was David's first World Cup. They went there, they succeeded. But you see, it's a common culture.
Mm-hmm.
The group, you look at the chunk of the under-20s who knew themselves, they understood themselves, they understood what it meant to play for Ghana. You see, when we say what it means to play for Ghana, no, it's not like you are Ghanaian, so you get it. The pressure that comes with wearing this Black Stars jersey is different. Look, you can play in Champions League final. It's not the same as Accra Sports Stadium where people don't want to see your face because they are angry with you.
That they had with.
Charlie, like, it's very different. And we need to make some exceptions. You need to understand that it's not the same. The football is not 1 + 1 is 2. So when we've made these mistakes in the past, it doesn't mean that we've reached another point. So for me, it's not just about...
Which ones were the mistakes?
Oh, they have got this...
Iñaki,
thinking that it will work in Qatar.
Yeah, because in Qatar, we had a settled team and Iñaki came.
We didn't have a settled team. That team was still in transition.
If the team was settled, we won't have that many of them starting.
Basa.
How many of them? How many of them?
Tariq walked in and was a starter.
Tariq, Iñaki,
before.
Salisu.
All
of them were thrown into this thing. Salis came right before the World Cup. All of them were thrown into. They were a chunk of new
in the
players.
case of Salis, he wasn't an outsider that way. He was
No, you see, that's what
I meant a new player who was
I'm saying
part
new
of the team.
players. I'm not even saying, I'm not talking about...
We had a lot of new players.
Yeah, I'm not talking about somebody who wants to naturalize.
Okay, go ahead.
New players. It is very important. And you see,
Capito too.
there are people who have done this thing and have won. Okay? You don't go and do something in a vacuum and expect to get different results. So you look at the ones who have won, the top countries who have won, and you look at how they do their things. They don't do things this way. We sit here, we always talk, this player is good. Why? But when you look, watch Brazil at their peak. Watch what England were doing under Southgate. Watch Spain. They don't just plug somebody scoring 10 goals in the league, so they just throw him into the team. No.
That's why Vardy didn't play so many.
Yeah.
Boga,
One matter.
your form,
Silva.
and I always say this thing, your form in your club side may earn you a call-up, but it's what you do in the national team that will keep you there.
Benjamin Cleese shit aside.
So, after you've played, let me say, more than 7 games for your national team, I don't care what you are doing at your club level again. I'm looking at what you've done in those 7 games.
True.
Is it enough to keep you there, or I should also go and look for somebody who is doing well and also give the person the chance? We are talking about Nketiah's numbers and what's his name? Troll's numbers and Semenyo's numbers in the Premier League over the past 2 years. Have we seen a reflection of it in the national team?
No.
So what happens in the club doesn't always translate. And it's not just Ghana. Look at Lookman in his club. Look at Lookman for national team. Is it the same? It's not the same.
Similar.
Oh, it will not be the same.
Oh, in the year they went to AFCON final, he was the baller.
Oh, that was 7 games.
But he was the baller.
After that, I know. See, before you forget the time we go 2022. the World Cup
playoff.
playoff in Abuja.
They almost beat
Then
him.
they did this sound for the same
That's not going to be sure. Osimhen doesn't.
but he was
I
balling.
agree.
The point is
But
he was
AFCON there,
balling.
he ball.
AFCON there, he ball. AFCON there, one off. He ball. But before and after, no, some way. So I'm saying national team football is very different. Look,
Yeah. So is it not possible for
Jordan,
someone like Nketiah to come in
relax.
with
relax.
no good numbers and start banging in the
He
ball?
demand.
And also,
You see,
And also,
a match, no.
we're talking
because
possibilities.
Jordan at club side, you
Thank you. Nketiah has better numbers than Jordan at club side.
Yeah, but
Even Jordan this
But
season,
Jordan,
how much
like
he-
you
see,
mentioned,
thankfully-
but Jordan
thankfully
is a
Crystal
baller
Palace
in the
doesn't
national
play
team.
for Ghana.
I'm saying Nketiah too can come in
Tayu.
with those average numbers or less than average numbers.
Thankfully,
It's not a fair comparison
Thankfully,
to make.
Crystal Palace doesn't play. When you score a goal for Athletic Bilbao, it doesn't reflect in AFCON qualifiers. When you score one at Bournemouth, it doesn't reflect. When you score one at Atalanta, it doesn't reflect. It's what you do in the Ghana set.
I understand.
So for
But
me,
when you
I
score
don't
one
care.
at Leicester, it reflects.
No,
But
it
what you're
doesn't
saying is that- what
reflect.
you're
It
saying is-
reflects here.
No, but you're saying
That's
that-
what I'm saying,
so there
it
are players,
reflects here.
there are players who might not necessarily be firing at their club side, but when they turn up for the country, they might.
Jordan is a good
Yes,
example.
so they
But you have to fire at your club side first before we consider you.
You have to fire your club side if you are now coming in.
Yes.
Me, that's how I see it. If you are now coming in. Look at Mikel, then times. Mikel, no, when he's playing for Chelsea and they slack and he enters the final third, it's like he has never been there before. He turns left, right, then he will give sideways or back. But when he comes to Super Eagles and they put him in front there,
Starboy.
Boga, playmaker, you be who? So there are different environments that players thrive under. And these things, you discover it with time. You don't just, because he's doing well here, because we think he's better than this, we throw him in. See, the World Cup, no, I'm happy Otto said it, that the core of the players, majority of the squad will remain. Because it's very important. Jordan, no, in match, he said that part of the reason why this squad hasn't been doing well, it's not because of quality. It's because they don't know themselves. He said, I don't play with Semenyo at club level. When I come here, 2 training sessions, I'm supposed to play with him. Some people have played together since. They don't need to. They know where this person is running to. They know. And he mentioned it. He mentioned the day Wakaso them are back.
Yeah.
This guy they ran here. They not say Achu they ran for the cross-field ball because they've played together. They know them body. This group of people, they are now beginning to know themselves. And thankfully, they've been able to build some synergy and they've qualified to the World Cup. Again, team chemistry is very important. And the culture in the team, no, the word is not chemistry, no. Harmony. AFCON, because of that elastic band, no. AFCON qualifier, because of that elastic band we put on somebody's hand, the thing caused problems. Are we really saying that we are willing to risk disrupting the team harmony for 2 people to come in at the expense of some 2 people who the group felt like, or the group will feel like they paid their dues to be there?
Players who at the moment are not even doing well.
Me, it's not a risk I'm willing to take.
If about players paying their dues, there are over 46 players,
And you see-
6 other players who play the World Cup qualifiers.
They will be part of the team. It's not newcomers. But you see, we'll ask ourselves that is it, what do the players have a right to determine who? Boga,
Yeah, you do.
Ginola, they asked the team.
David.
They said no. Cantona, they asked the team. Gallas, they asked the team. A whole Benzema, they asked the team. The team said no.
What changed?
Watching, they won the World Cup.
Benzema was brought back.
Cantona
into
didn't
the team.
go. Yes,
Don't-
and when he
don't
came
see-
back, what happened?
was
It
the
wasn't
new-
the players who
When
did
he
it. It
came
was
back-
they-
No.
it was the head-
He asked, no, they are. He asked the team.
No. What are you talking about?
Oh, no, but
No.
Valbuena and Benzema
Don't
were
go
2
there.
popular players.
Don't go there.
Both of
The
them had
team
their
was
camps.
asked, they said
And they
no.
agreed that both of them won't play.
Let them play. They agreed.
Let
They didn't want any.
It wasn't the players who decided that Cantona would not
No,
be.
no,
in.
they were
It was
leaders.
the head coach who decided. Don't go and say this
We
anywhere.
are not saying they
Don't
decided.
say they ended.
Their opinion was
Roger,
sought after. That's the point.
What's the name of
They
the
have,
French coach?
they have leaders. They have leaders.
No, but the man is on record to have said, I didn't want them in my team. Did he say the players that didn't want them in their team?
Namely.
It's not true.
Namely.
It's not true.
Namely.
It is not true.
Namely, are you saying that the conversation with the players did not happen, or you are saying it happened, but it is not what decided?
It didn't even happen.
Oh, namely how?
Prove that it happened. Prove that it happened.
Namely how?
Coach,
Prove that it
it's
happened.
okay, DK, go on.
I don't say that.
No,
Don't be
coach,
saying
coach,
these things.
let DK go
Yeah,
on
go
with
ahead.
the
The players' opinions were
matter.
sought.
They matter.
They matter.
Yes, true.
The head coach asked. if he didn't get an overwhelming response, he will not take that
So
decision.
I have a question. though.
Let's
Do you
just say
think-
simple forward.
If
you are going to want to call a player into your team to make your team better,
When
you need
Benzema
to
came
consult
back
the
from the
federation.
Euros,
No,
what
I have
did
a question
Deschamps
for
say?
you though. Like in the context of the Black Stars, from the point you're making,
What?
and the whole conversation and the whole point about harmony and outsiders in quote disrupting the harmony.
Wow.
Do you genuinely think that the current squad would feel that players in the current squad would feel aggrieved if new players are brought into the team, if those players improved and help their own course of doing very well at the World Cup? Will they complain
That should be the
necessarily about
fundamental
harmony if they know deep down that this player that is coming, he can help us as a team, he can help this team? Do you think they will still have issues simply because he's now coming?
I think that the players understand national team dynamics better than all of us.
Yes.
And they've been through this exact situation before. And they realize that it doesn't work like that. Because till today, Iñaki are still not. Iñaki was supposed to bring instant quality. It didn't happen.
Yes, but do we know for a fact that the players don't like Inaki?
No,
in there?
I'm not saying they don't
No,
like
no.
him.
Do you know?
don't
Okay,
get
okay.
it.
Let me
Is that
rephrase.
the reason
No,
why
let me
he
let
left
me
those who
rephrase.
don't like
No,
him?
let me rephrase. Let me
We should be
rephrase.
encouraging
Do you
this.
think that there is a single Black Stars player or the group of Black Stars players that are rethinking that whole decision to bring Inaki into the team?
Wow.
Not him. No, that you got his explanation wrong.
No. You see,
is
you
what
know,
we-
Harmon-
He
what is Harmon?
didn't make an Inaki specific case.
I
No,
didn't
but
say
once
Inaki.
he didn't
See,
make-
no,
he
actually,
can
I'm
make an
making
example.
I'm asking the question I'm asking is relevant. It's actually based on what he said about players coming in, the plug and play players coming in and disrupting what Daniel introduced that word, harmony, team harmony.
Exactly. And
And
I'm saying
what
that
is harmony?
I'm saying that if that is your question, then you didn't understand the explanation he gave.
What's the
Because
explanation?
he mentioned Jordan's interview. And he mentioned specifically that Jordan said because he has not played with a lot of these guys together, that chemistry was not there.
When he
And
went
then
for his
referenced
first tournament,
then
did he disrupt any
after that,
chemistry?
he referenced the captaincy issue.
Yes.
Yeah. So there was no specific mention of Inaki. That this
Yes,
group
I
of
didn't
players.
say.
Fent.
I'm
Fent.
introducing
Fent.
it because Inaki. Look, we can't run away from it. Inaki, Tariq Lamptey, and a couple others were some of the so-called plug and play players. You can't say because I didn't mention him, I can't mention him.
But wait.
So I'm mentioning
In the
him.
case of 2022, who did Tariq replace in the team? And
That is it. Who did
Inaki went ahead of Afenejan. That was no brainer.
That was no brainer.
Salas at the time went ahead of who? Baba Idrisu. At the time, that was no brainer. Mo Salisu went ahead of who? Everybody was there. Mo Salisu went. There was Amate. There was Jiku. There was Mo
Again,
Salisu.
it was not.
Look,
again,
And
So
let me
properly.
let me properly establish the point.
Okay,
Because
go
I've
on.
made it one,
Go
two.
on.
Okay.
Go on.
You are trying to link 1 and 2.
Okay.
There's 1 and then there's 2.
Okay.
There's 1 that national team football doesn't work. You just go and pick quality and drop and bring them in and it will work. And I use the 2022 example. We were supposed to have an instant upgrade in terms of quality, but we didn't see the reflection on the pitch. And we didn't see it. In fact, to today, some of the players have still not given us
They're
that.
still struggling.
And the reasons that the coach and the captain have mentioned is because of a lack of synergy.
Yes.
They still don't understand
I'm
the team.
only
The team has
saying
not
to you,
adapted to
DK,
them.
that-
That is one.
I get it. And I'm saying that on that point, before we bring the second, on that point, I'm saying that the struggle from those players that came into the team, I don't agree that it is necessarily because they
Of chemistry.
had been introduced into the team late. Let me put it that way. Because there's enough evidence to suggest that even players who had been in the team for far longer than those who came in ahead of the
Still
World Cup
Omonya.
are still struggling.
One of our worst performances in the World Cup could have been
That's my
Baraman,
point.
but he had always been there.
That's my point. On that very point, that's my counterpoint.
but those were
I
players.
made, you see, when I said it, I said there was context. I compared the 2010 team to this team. I said that team, that team was settled. This team that went to the World Cup was already in transition.
We're struggling.
They were already struggling. I didn't say they were not. So if a team is struggling and they are trying
Throwing
to, and
new
you are
players.
throwing new players, you are just.
But you know,
throwing them.
get one second. Because the players they are struggling.
So question, is
That's
this
why-
team
second.
That's why I asked
For
about
a
my
team,
But you did it too close. You see, there's a way
DK.
to do it.
Yes. Is
I'm
this
saying-
team settled?
Yes, and this team is settling.
So
It's
if
This is probably the best period we've had in a very long time.
So is the right time
this
to
year.
do it?
Yeah,
This
no,
year.
no,
No,
good, no,
To
good
settle
one.
to help.
No, this
So
is
that
what
before
okay.
the season settles,
This
they
is
are
the
there.
time
But
to
it's on the
make
back of
Fine.
6
So
games.
this
though.
team is settling. So it means that at this moment in time, Otto can make an introduction.
So
and
that
it'll
it
be
can
fine.
settle fully.
No.
No, if Otto makes an introduction, would it be fine?
right now.
Throughout
Yes,
the friendly
yes, yes.
start with the World Cup.
Yes, yes. Would
Right
it be
now.
fine?
Right
Yes.
now,
New
right
one.
now.
Yes.
New one.
New
New
introduction,
two,
yes.
new two.
No, new one, new two.
New two.
Either way.
New two.
Would it- would it be
fine?
New two.
You see, it depends.
Okay.
It depends.
Yeah, it's true.
It
I'm
depends.
listening, yes.
It's not
straight jacket.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not every
No, I
new
get it,
player
yes,
who come
yes.
in. But now let me go to the. I think in fact the people who are watching, they are listening, so
Yes.
they understand what I'm saying. I'm not going to repeat it again.
I'm listening.
But on the subject of these two,
Yes.
and that's where I was going with the captaincy issue
I
causing
get it.
something.
I get it.
Look, players are not machines.
No.
They are human beings.
Mhm.
When I establish a certain relationship with somebody and I feel like that person has earned his right, and somebody who, when we all knew we needed him, the person said no to us. And then when we've reached the promised land, he just walks into the team. You think if I'm a senior player in the squad and I see a young player who sacrificed during the qualifiers being replaced by this so-called superstar who just walks into the team, do you think I'll be happy? You don't think
Is
that
it
can
just the
cause...
No, you won't be happy because they were born abroad or simply
It's not
because.
Oh.
No,
I'm
it's
coming.
not
I'm
the
coming. No,
abroad thing.
please. No,
It's
be patient
because
for
the
me.
person has
Even if
rejected
the
you.
person
Actually,
grew up
guys,
in
be
Ghana.
patient for me. You be patient for me.
Wait,
Would
wait,
you-
no.
Would you be upset?
2022. Didn't Salisu get the same treatment from Ghanaians as Iñaki? Wasn't he born here? We said that you were born here. We needed you, you didn't come. Now we are going to the World Cup. It doesn't have to do with where you were born and where
Yes,
you grew up.
fair
We
enough.
are talking about when we needed you. You said no.
So the ones
and
we
it's fine.
needed who didn't come.
Yes.
So the ones who initially rejected us.
Thank you. That's
But
what
the
I'm
ones-
talking
okay,
about.
go on. That's
As for
fine.
the new players who
That's
is not
fine.
called, and now if some under 17 boy comes and he's playing like Lami Yama and this thing, we should say no because no, we'll bring in his Ghanaian.
Yes.
But yes,
It's a fantastic point because I was going to say that if it's just the case of introducing new players ahead of the World Cup and you are against that, then I would have had an issue because even this team, that's why I asked the question whether this team is settling or is settled. And Daniel said it's settling. Because even in these qualifiers alone, we've seen players that started these qualifiers have been knocked out. A good example, Salis was an important starter. The last 3 matches, he's nowhere to be found. He's gone.
Kingsley
And Salis-
Schindler.
Yes, and Salis is very good friends with a lot of those players that are there. In fact, they are the same group.
yeah, but thankfully,
he's kept out.
thankfully that's not the
Everybody's
point.
fine.
Thankfully, that's not the point. The point is not
this qualifies
new players.
alone.
The point is
Otto,
players
I'm
who-
saying that Otto, no. What I'm telling you is that Otto, no, in this qualifiers, this team, every other qualifier is introducing new players. It is happening. In fact,
He used to- but that's not the point.
That's not the point.
Up
Why
until
are
the
we even
Nigeria
dwelling
game.
on the team?
Up until the Nigeria game.
Charlie,
just want
that's
to make
not
an
the point.
independent
We didn't
point.
have.
That's not.
Thank you. Up until the Nigeria game. The
See,
Nigeria.
you see what you are doing.
He wants
you
to make an
confuse the
independent
people.
point.
So
He
let me,
wants to
when
make
I'm
an
finished, you are
independent
making a
point.
completely different point. So you can make it when I'm done. That's not what I'm saying. I don't care. You
No,
can
you
bring
made that
you
point,
can
so
bring
you
new.
go- you
I'm
move on to
talking
another
about
one.
players who said no to Ghana and now
Fair
feel
enough.
Ghanaian.
Which players
Those
we know
are-
said no to Ghana? Which players we know said no to Ghana?
when they asked Eddie Nketiah,
He didn't say no to Ghana.
No, he said no.
What did he say?
I know the coach spoke to him.
oh,
He
they
didn't.
spoke to him. They asked him on a press conference.
Wait.
He said he chose England because if he
It was
chose
the
England
natural
because
progression.
It was natural progression.
If that option was,
And you said he didn't lie, so why are you upset?
We are not upset.
No, he said
I
you
want to
spoke.
spoke.
You
You
see,
see,
using it against you.
Wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
I'm
wait,
using
wait,
it
wait,
against him.
wait,
So
wait,
I am
wait.
a man. You see, let me tell you something. I'm a man of principle.
Yes,
I'm a man of principle.
yes,
I will not encourage my son to give up in life.
yes.
No. If you start something, you pursue.
Mm,
You put your heart to it, and you get what you set out to achieve.
yes.
That's the attitude I want. Even as a Ghanaian coach, I don't like that thing. You started over there, it's not working. You want to.
You want
Why
to
are
run and
giving
come.
up? No, don't give up.
If that's the case, then we won't change clubs ever.
It's
Players
not
won't change
about.
clubs.
It's not about changing clubs. This is national team.
fight
It's
for your
different.
place. Fight for your
See,
place. And
Finish it.
You said that it was a natural progression. Me, I wanted him. All right. Me, I write article. I looked at numbers. I said, but he said it's natural progression. And it's true.
Wasn't it?
It's true. No, he's right. You the boy you for England. You be England. I said it. Top guy. So natural progression, senior team. Nketiah, you are playing in Crystal Palace. The Mateta no, before Glasner came, Mateta no now was son. Glasner transformed the guy. Today he's playing for France and he's lying on Zaha's name. He's lying that Zaha said he will not make it, which is a lie. He's just mentioning Zaha's name to make the news blue.
Zaha vex.
Where's Zaha vex? Right now we are waiting for Mateta to come.
There were 10 players in the room. Why you mentioning him?
Why you mentioning him? But that Mateta no, we know. But you don't know Mateta.
Oh my guy.
We know him. Mateta, we know him's chair. Mateta, we used to laugh.
Jean-Philippe. Philippe
Mateta. We did laugh. Mateta was in the team. They went to buy Odoi because Mateta no who so. We know Mateta. He was only transformed by the coach. So Nketiah, you've played for Arsenal before. You were banging goals when you went to Leeds United. You were at a point you were Arsenal starting striker at the time. Gabriel Jesus, no, he knew always.
And you were playing well.
And you were playing well. So don't give up. Don't give up. There's more than 6 months left to the end of the season. There's still time for you to fight.
You can score 20 goals and make the squad.
So you should stay and fight for
Thomas
England.
Thomas Tuchel is rewarding hard work. Look at the England squads that he's been naming. He's rewarding hard work. If you do well,
He's not using names.
No. He told this one, the Arsenal left back midfielder, that the small boy.
Luis Kelly.
Yes. He tell him say he did like him. But being a nice guy in the camp will not keep him there. So when he goes, he should be playing. So if you play and you do well, I'll call you. That's what he's saying. He told Rashford, they say, you play, you do well, I'll call you. So Nketiah, don't give up at all. Because you are English. Don't give up. The same these boys you were playing with at youth level. These boys you were playing with at youth level, you were better than them. How are they suddenly better than you? Jamie Vardy made his Premier League debut at 27. You're only 26. You're already playing the Premier League. 27 and he went to how many? 2 major competitions for England. Harry Kane is on the decline. He will go down very soon. You are the next.
You are a man of principle.
He should not give up.
When I was younger, okay, look, I was born the same year as Rihanna. When we were growing up, I thought I had.
That's a bad example because you've never known how to sing. So it's a bad example. But as for Nketiah has been a very good. We've seen him
before.
Nketiah was playing for Arsenal.
I shouldn't give up on my career.
No.
Because
there's a starting level. I can't just get up and say that I want to be a doctor. I cannot just enter the medical this thing. Right? I have to get a basis of medical education before I can enter there. So you've had a terrible voice from the beginning. So it's a terrible example.
Did you know me as a kid?
Bugger, you can't say.
Make it
Because
finish.
I retained a lot of that.
The point is, Nketiah shouldn't give up. As for Ghana, we also need to have some pride. You can't get up today and say you like, then tomorrow you don't like. If you are truly principled and you truly respect your national team,
Can't play AFCON.
it's not about can't play AFCON. You see Ambrosius.
Yeah.
You know, say Ambrosius in agreement be different from Inaki Dennis agreement. Ambrosius, he said he will play for Ghana. Did he go to World Cup? FIFA. Did he go to the World Cup? He played for Ghana.
That's the point I was making. Be Ghanaian. We'll call you when we need you.
Fantastic. So as for Nketiah, because we don't want to put ourselves in a tight corner, you can do the nationality switch. If you really
Just switch.
because everybody's entitled to change their mind. It's fine. I
just
respect
without
it.
the straight
But you
attacks.
can switch. But as for this World Cup, it's a bit too close. And it's too risky because we've made
You take his
some
time.
mistake. So don't worry. We didn't qualify for this AFCON. That Tanzania, AFCON,
Uganda, Kenya.
we want to go. Pan.
3 countries.
Thank you. And because he's having a limited playing time,
He needs time to focus.
thank you. You focus on the Palace. When that time, after the World Cup, we start the AFCON qualifiers.
Nachoe.
You can come. As for Cho, he thinks he's smart. You see, we've dug and dug. We can't find where he said yes. We can't find where he said no.
That's what I was asking. So you're not talking.
He's a smart guy. But you see,
He dey come down a regular then.
he had because, in my opinion, where he plays, the quality we get for that side, and he play like the ballers.
You mean
plenty.
energy?
Oh, bagger, energy. But I told the energy. What's the difference?
No, Cho is more efficient than energy. More, Charlie. 4 years, 1 good year, some way.
4 years.
So,
For what? 4 years, 1 go for what? For Ghana. Cho, you
Yes.
play for Ghana before.
No.
No. If you are comparing them, compare their club. Don't compare one national team to one club because they are two complete.
But my club they then show the ship.
Oh,
Because your man said no.
Two. Oh, two. Open your numbers in check.
Oh, my open your money numbers.
Oh, my man.
Yeah.
Now my man, you forget say they rain. You forget say they rain. You forget say they not.
But you just
He
come
score 4 goals.
no,
Why they talk like
who?
he scores over? Yeah.
Now how many goals he scored? Like, it not be 5 goals. He scored.
Is
If you score 5 for Premier League, somebody score 4 for League.
Somebody win FIFA best for League 1. What did they tell me? League 1, why no be standard league? What did they tell me?
Who will
Come
best
on.
for League?
Messi. He was top assist
so
maker.
last season 5 goals.
5 goals. So
The season before 8.
With the top player.
the best player in the world is playing in League 1. So what are you
This
talking
guy,
about?
this guy, they vex me.
I say,
There-
Cho in place in full up. So he in there, he
You know
had
the
small.
funny thing?
He had small. But he too, you see, Cho
This one, I will
he
talk.
can switch.
Energy. This
Okay.
season 2 goals. Last season 1. The season before 0.
Come on for
the
that.
one before
Listen,
2.
I will talk.
The one before 1.
Before the World Cup.
Energy, not the land.
DK, before the World Cup, 2022,
14.
when they wanted to make it look like he had chosen Ghana, he was entering every palace, every relevant constituency in Ghana. He was going to Flagstaff House.
Yes.
And they were carrying journalists to follow them. This guy was part. I was part.
I didn't follow
Chris
them.
Hughton did everything. The boy said no. They made their bet. Why do they give up so easily?
I need to make it fight because he's also.
So
playing
as for
the
Cho, you
But Anthony Gordon some the ball. You go feel bypass him.
Sure.
so Cho
no.
I'll go Nimli.
No.
This matter you alone like 30 minutes.
Because coach was talking plenty, my thing.
Only rather.
But you talk plenty. And they talk something. He say make I no go there. You they talk something where he say you want clarify. You say make you no go.
I just came in one.
And you say I shouldn't go there. I was going somewhere. You say I shouldn't go there. But when you were saying something, you said you shouldn't go there. You went there.
You see, kept quiet.
You see your life. No, I lie.
I interrupted you only once.
No, I'm not talking about it. That was the most prominent interruption in my opinion.
But you change your direction.
Change my direction. And they go somewhere. They say make I no go. But we start the program.
Upon second thought, he realized that the direction I told him not to go was the best direction.
No. It be correct direction. It be correct direction.
Okay.
So maybe the bottom line is, Boga, the thing, no, it will upset balance. It go worry. The love is slowly coming back. Don't upset the people. You can't tell me that if we go to the World Cup without these two, these two are change. Are they game changers? These two, this Cho and this one. If they said they won't play for Ghana, should we fold our arms and say we won't play the World Cup again? What are we talking about? We have enough quality. We are Ghana. We can go without them.
We are
But
Ghana.
now they also say they'll play.
And they should come AFCON. We've not qualified for AFCON. They are bigger fish to fry. They
Nimli,
should come next
you
time.
have the floor.
You see,
You too, if you go somewhere I don't like, I will tell you, say, don't go there.
Hey, what is this? We brought Dodogbo here today. Yeah, go.
Panova Fent, you know what?
Tell me.
Coach, pause. I don't want to quench your fire. When he was singing, what were you
doing?
When you say you be Rihanna,
I was doing backup.
what is that?
Coach, try the Jamaican and I'll do the backup.
Your voice is actually.
You sound like a dead bat. You see, bat where he died. Bat where he died.
The battle he died.
He died. How you dey sound?
Oh, yeah, kwasia.
You don't be serious.
You see, Fent, first and foremost, if they want to change their nationality, they are free to do so.
100%.
Obiani.
Yes.
Let me put it here, that if you are a coach and you rightfully see a player who can make your team better, you don't consult anybody before you invite him.
And it's eligible.
And it's eligible. You don't consult. The day you consult your players, they will even select who you should put out there as first 11.
And also the
It is not the prerogative of any player
to determine who should come
anywhere to
the
determine
team.
who joins the team.
True.
So if you are a coach and the moment you start doing that is the beginning of your end. So me, I don't believe that, say, inviting players to the team, the player coach will go and discuss with this, should he come or should he come? That France national team, the coach knew that they had a team capable of winning the World Cup. They didn't need Ginola, they didn't need Cantona, and they went and they won it.
Yes.
That's
That's
the
conviction.
truth. That is the truth of the matter. Not that Zidane or who? Zidane at the time. Oh no, I wanna to go and tell the coach not to invite Eric Cantona. Who was he? Decide, Cantona, Cloud, no Nketiah. Who had? Could they have stand in front of the coach and say, "Don't bring Cantona to this"? None of them. Look at that French team at the time in 2000. None of them were of the clout of Eric Cantona. The coach himself, he looked at where Cantona is or was at them and said, "Look, I saw be a summoner. Into me, Fanny Makra. Let me take them." That was the truth of the matter. No
It's
French
like, so
player.
it's like Romario and 2002. World Cup.
2002,
The same thing the coach did.
Felipe Scolari. He decided, could Ronaldo or Rivaldo, could they have, don't bring Roman. It was a coach decision. And that is the truth of the matter. No player, Desailly, Blanc, Barthez, Lizarazu, Vieira, look at them. Could they have stand in the way of Cantona? Say, so it was the coaching decision. Let me kill that. Now let's come to the issue of these boys.
Why say you went there? No, me, I'm going there. You say I shouldn't go there,
I didn't go there.
but you just
where
went
are you
there.
coming from?
Where are you coming from?
No, I built on your point.
Where are you coming from?
I built on your
I say
point.
you didn't go there.
You said
You just come from
No.
there. You didn't go
you
there.
were going where I said don't go. So I've told you why you shouldn't go there. So it's the same thing.
Okay,
So
go
we've
on.
not gone there.
You've gone there. I was
I
going
didn't go
there.
there. You were
I was
going there. I said,
I
don't
almost
go
went there. Then you
Actually,
said I
I
should
said,
come
don't
back.
go there. So
But
I
you
needed
finished
to-
going there. You are coming back.
I needed to clarify why indeed I cannot sit here for you to go there. I needed to.
No. And that's a false representation of what I was saying. I didn't say the players. I said they were consulted.
And I'm saying,
There are leadership groups.
nobody.
On such issues.
Yes,
they're always-
And I'm saying
so ask them.
it is
By all
not
means.
the case.
So
It's the
he
case.
said he did.
but
He said they didn't do. So
I
let's
said-
move on.
But the
I said-
Benzema owned there.
Benzema when he did
I
there,
remember
their coach,
vividly.
he said they asked them, they said no.
Coach, all right. go on.
Valbuena,
The issue of
They
the
said
boys.
no.
Coach.
By the
The
time when they
issue- now you have come.
the more they be
They
ballers
won't
for
be
the
bonus
team.
for inside.
Now you have come to the issue of the boys.
Now you're back. You've gone there and come back.
You see, no player in the Black Stars deserve to be at the World Cup.
Why would you say that?
Listen.
I'm listening.
Mami Kasa.
What's he did talk?
Mami Kasa.
What's he did talk?
It is not about somebody deserving to be there. Internet said in the call. It's about whether when the person get there, he can do the job. It's not about deserving. Now, if it's about deserving, yeah, and it's a team with the bring you.
Like who?
Then let's carry all of them to go and play.
Because they all play the qualifiers and all deserve.
Otuado, did he deserve to be in the 2006 World Cup? Otuado. No, don't laugh. We are analyzing. People are watching.
No, but he
Mami
deserved
Kasa.
it.
Otuado.
2006.
What did he do? He played only one qualifier, only one pair. He deserved to be there than Laie Kingston.
But he went to misbehave.
I would have taken Laie. He was to miss only 2 games.
Yeah, but
I would
he
have-
went to misbehave.
and I would have taken him.
No, you didn't forget. I think Lai is a bad example.
Yeah, it's a bad
And I'm
example.
The
saying-
good
no.
example would be Bafojan. He
No.
played all but one.
Yafanako.
Chipsa.
William Thiero. Chipsa.
Chipsa.
They deserve to be there, but they didn't
But
go.
Otuado played
Which
the
of the
qualifier.
midfielders would you have dropped for Chipsa? Which of the midfielders would you have dropped for Chipsa?
Oh, wait.
I would
we
have
to
taken
midfield.
Chipsa ahead of Otuado. Why are you laughing?
He has answered the question. He has answered the question.
I would have taken because Otuado said when we needed him to play like this, it wasn't Aminu Dramani and Co who were playing and scoring for us.
True.
I would have taken Chips ahead of
That's a
Otuado.
fact. That's fact.
Makachira.
But
Oh, Masa. Flasia. Oh, let me get
coach, Otuado in the Otuado in the Black Stars, no essence.
Mami Kasa.
Otuado in the Black Stars, no essence.
Mami Kasa.
No, Otuado in the Black Stars, no
I feel
essence.
6.
Chipsa was a 6.
And I'm saying,
and I'm
saying that Otuado that we even took as a winger. When we knew he was lower. I would have dropped Otuado and taken Chipsa.
That
What
is
your problem?
illogical. He was not in competition with him for a
What
place.
do you mean? What
How
is
do you
illogical
drop
about
him?
that?
How do you drop him?
How will you drop him?
He is not a 6.
Listen,
He's not.
Which one of the
Oh, I will
midfielders?
tell it.
Specifically said midfielder.
Many Abutra Bokawasa.
No, the other Abisha.
Oh, I will tell it.
Many Abutra.
Messi not dropping on. Now the Chips are.
Why?
Say Chips are bought body diamond. That's
Wow.
No, coach.
I can use it.
Coach, no.
It's actually
The
a
point,
good
no,
point.
no,
Yeah,
in fact,
exactly.
coach, the point in support of you. No, the point is
I got to change my system. They carry
no,
on.
coach, the point in support of you. The point in support of you. Guys, let's have one conversation. Let's have one
Let's
conversation.
have the time they talk. You they talk over me. You they tell me let's
No,
have.
I mean,
let's have-
we
you see
are
the way
having
you
a
like me?
conversation. It can be. I'm saying the point for you, coach, is that even if you had taken Chipsa, he would have had the same impact on the bench as Otto did. That's what he's trying to say.
It doesn't make
If you are
sense.
picking a team for a tournament,
It doesn't make
they
sense.
balance some defense midfielders. Attackers. They
No,
you see.
what he's saying, Chipsa at home and Otto at
That's not
home.
what
I
he
will
said.
drop
That's
Otto.
not what he
I
said.
will drop Otto and I will take Chipsa. I've
it.
answered the question. I would have again dropped Otto. I would have taken Laye. I would have again dropped Otto. I would have taken Bafoja. Several players. I would have taken.
Amado was on standby.
Baba, look at what happened to Baba. Obi Obi to Atinama and Yafananko.
Yes. In fact, and he was one of our best players at AFCON.
At AFCON, I would have dropped.
Against Zimbabwe.
Massa.
champ.
Just one
relax.
game.
One game he came on, he
Because
scored
he
goal. He said
wasn't
one of our
playing.
best players.
Then how was he our best player?
Otto,
Then if he wasn't playing, how was he one of our best
But when
players?
he played, did he have
He
an
did
impact on
well.
us?
He did well.
How many
What
minutes
are
did
you
he play?
saying?
How many minutes did he play?
How do you go from saying that he was our best player to say that he didn't have a bad game?
I would have dropped Otto and taken Baba Amando. Finish. I've answered the question. Let's go forward.
Yes.
So the
But Amado to can play that way.
simple
Also, let's go forward.
Baba, left, right, left. We saw it.
We saw it.
Okay,
Against
didn't call
Zimbabwe.
World Cup.
We saw it.
So what I'm saying is,
We saw it.
no player deserves. It's not a matter of my ball. This amount of qualifiers into a safe factor. I am deserving to be there.
Mhm.
That notion, drop it. The only thing that will take a player to the World Cup is performance based.
Mhm.
If at the time of going to the World Cup, that's a what's up?
What's up?
What's up? The US in China.
And from now to the World Cup, wow.
Every pam. Time be brewum. What's up? Obi be pra, obi krodo be sorry. Obi nku inkwe. Bebre.
The club
Coach nkra nya say unity.
January the club at Tono, new club on
Onto nyambi. So it's not about deserving to be there. Oh.
That's right.
At the time of going, who are those players who, when you look at and count,
They are balling.
they are balling. Now let's come to Nketiah and Odoi.
Yes.
Odoi.
Hudson Odoi.
Odoi.
Then you mean I told Odoi. I told Odoi. I mean Odoi.
Odoi.
There's Odoi and there's Odoi.
The same spelling. Odoi. Meaning Odoi. Stop that. Odoi. Nakaji. Odoi. Meaning Odoi. What is Odoi? I got to bite my tongue. Odoi. The case. Stop these things.
You didn't do it. They laugh. You didn't tell me.
Why I'm serious on this one.
Wait.
But who
You don't
who's
laugh.
laughing?
You know they laugh.
No, but you they induce my laughter. You they induce
You saw
my
the
laughter.
thing, you laugh.
No, I said it's Odoi.
They
They
talk
say
am once.
Odoi. That's
When we
what
all laugh. When you talk am again, when right now you dey laugh, they can't blame me. Say me and they laugh. Right now who they laugh? They laugh.
Nah, you
Coach,
see,
go on.
when it comes to
Those two.
Odoi,
Mhm.
look, I agree that we have what he brings on board. But I also agree that from now to the World Cup, if at the time of going he's on form and he's naturalized, and any of our players, and like, that's why I said nobody deserves to be there. You know my stand on Joseph Pencil,
Mhm.
my stand on Isaiah, my stand on Kamadi. Kamadi, look, he has never impressed me with the Black Stars.
Not yet.
Not yet at all.
I mean, that's a fair point.
That's
to
a
make.
point to
You
make.
can't take 4 years as a
Look,
winger to score
It's
one
not
goal.
about the scoring safe.
He's out there.
Energy.
He needs to step
He
up.
left the stadium, carried the ball outside the track. Didn't you see? We and these people, Mali, that counter attack. He run past the goal line, if they carry goal.
He dey go.
It be the advertising board where he stop.
He stop
Like
her.
go jump over the carry goal. I mean, you all. We are watching the ball. What film watch? Look,
If they know how to play,
if Kamadini does not back up I will drop him and take Odoi to the World Cup if Odoi naturalizes as a Ghanaian. Simplicity.
Wait, coach, I want to ask a question. If Kamaldeen doesn't back up with who? If he's playing well with his club?
No. If it doesn't, there will be some friendly. That's what I'm saying. I bring Odoi. If Odoi naturalizes and he's on form, bring him to the team. Let him play the friendlies. And let us see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a fair point.
We see, look, nobody is more Ghanaian. You don't decide when a player come and leave the national team. But this one is solely on Otto. If you think, Massa, they will come and help you, your coach in the crowd is suspect. If you think you come...
His coaching is not suspect. He's qualified as for the World Cup.
To me, his coaching is suspect.
Okay, go on.
Who would then say he's qualified? To me, when I meet him, I'll tell him in the face. I don't hate him. I say, Massa, coaching me
Go on.
If there's a player who will make your team better, it will be so shocking to me as a coach that you will not bring him into the team. If you look at Nketiah, when I look at the Black Stars, should Otuado be using if it's about playing somebody as a number 9, and there's Semenyo and there's Nketiah, I'll put Nketiah there and I'll bring Semenyo where he can impact the team better.
Because one of them is used to playing there.
That is it.
And that's Nketiah.
And we saw the way the man has been using Semenyo. I can say on authority, Otto way of using Semenyo is the main reason why we are not benefiting from Semenyo. I can say it.
Otto is not the one who has used him. So.
No, but Otto is the one using him as a number 9. Otto is the one.
He's not played as a 9. In fact, in several games. In fact, this window we saw him play off.
He played on
from the right.
On the ball we saw on Sunday, he was playing off the right.
Was played from the left. I think it was the away game rather.
The ball we saw at Gaspar Stadium, he was the one leading the attack.
Yeah.
But the one at the 5-0, he was from the left hand side.
And what I'm saying is,
everybody did what he did.
Boom, na ball. True or false?
Boom, everybody all the attackers did well except
the car, the team they brought here in Kumasi, they had degraded that team by 3-0. True or false? Go and look at the team sheet car brought in.
That's what, yes.
The way we play for team with.
You are playing on your favorite side.
Majority of them were not
Everybody is
not there.
Did well except
you say
we shouldn't go.
But the point I'm making is that for me, let them switch if they want to switch. Don't stop them. For me, not even my Thomas Partey. He doesn't deserve to be there. He needs to earn the right to be there.
Yes.
Nobody. Yes. That is how you build the team.
Yeah. There's still a long way to the
World
World
Cup.
Cup.
Is it part of earning the right, your attitude towards the team?
No, but why are you questioning the attitude of
when they haven't played?
No, I'm not. You see,
no, they are the topic. That is why we are talking about.
Okay,
now.
coach. Let me give you an example. If Partey was called, because I remember your stance on Salisu. I remember if Partey was called in the past, and Partey said he won't come because he doesn't feel like he's this thing, and then we've qualified, and now he says he wants to come. Don't you think that's a suspect?
That is no suspect. Why is that a suspect?
They are stages in life.
How are stages in life?
There's the time you feel like.
I have a question for you.
I
have a question for you.
They are stages in life.
No, there are stages.
Why?
That blind commitment you are asking about it.
Have you not changed your mind about
it? If I have committed to that, you still. No, I can't change my mind.
I have a question for you.
You wait. To give this the first girl you committed to, are you still blasting her? What are you talking about?
Let me ask my question.
No, I won't ask coach.
Let me ask him.
I use the wrong example.
Okay, so
coach,
no, it's not wrong. It's not wrong because
you are a big brother.
The brother usually
you are a big brother.
Who's saying you're wrong?
You are a big brother. If Achu was pursuing a girl,
now go
there.
He's glad you've gone there.
Thank you. This is the area we all like.
Now go there.
If Achu was pursuing a girl,
now go there.
Achu comes to tell all the girls to be conscious, like wife material, everything fine. Achu is the thing we all know is going well. Now giving him the smoothie, everything they work. Where last minute, 90+2, The girl say, Achu, no lie. Every day they wear African print. Kwasia like that. You know, no dress. Make it cover for them. She know they like. She they like some guy be where they wear Gucci, then this thing. Hash puppy type. Owoska. That what she they like. Where 2 years later, Achu can't change in this thing. Achu they drive Tesla. When the girl come back, say she they like Achu. Will you tell Achu to accept?
There's no problem. Achu will decide. There's no problem. There's no problem.
Hey.
I'll call Achu and say, Achu, look. This is what.
You can lie. You can lie,
Sicho, where's the problem? No problem.
There's no problem.
There's no problem. Oh, yeah.
You tell Achu what?
There's no problem.
No problem.
If it will ensure constant blasting.
There's no problem.
The question I was going to ask you, this I didn't get. Yeah,
But
You speak into the mic. Achu,
Sorry, you are speaking to you. We can't hear you.
Oh, Achu, now rather they get a problem.
people they don't ever think that's what we do.
Nobody left you for Gucci.
I forgot. Sorry. See, this Nketiah and Callum Hudson, they both rejected us. How is it different
They
from
didn't reject that statement.
It's not rejection.
They reject us.
Rejects us.
They just made that decision.
Wait.
They didn't choose us.
Wait, what
That
do
they
you,
didn't
what
choose
do you
us.
mean by?
We wanted them
They
at the
did-
time to switch nationality.
And they said no.
And they said,
Is that not
from now,
rejection?
no, that's not rejection.
What is that?
Now, if I want you to come here, and so right now I cannot come there.
Have I rejected
Have
you?
you rejected me?
Actually, it's like you've gotten admission to 2 universities. You've chosen one to go. You can't reject that. They just made that
You've
decision.
turned down one.
No, it's a decision you had to make.
I think reject is a stronger, like 10 down is.
I'm not
It
saying.
was me. That's how I
Oh,
see.
massa.
How are their cases different from Salisu?
Salisu, which Salisu?
Salisu.
The defender.
Yes, the early stages when we were asking him.
No.
But we took him to the World Cup. So
Salisu
coach is
said-
made.
Also didn't have any country to commit to.
Yes, that's
The two
it.
boys were in dilemma.
That
They
is
could have
it.
played for
Yeah,
England
or
or
there.
Ghana.
No, I-
And at the time for Nketiah, he was closer to the Three Lions than
Than
even
to
the
the
Black
Black
Stars.
Stars.
And for Salisu, no need baby ako.
I'm asking him because of his position on the Salisu thing.
No, my position on the Salisu thing was straightforward. I had not changed my stand on it.
But now you are supporting Edin Nketiah.
No, but I didn't get that. Then Tinia said, "You
No, their situation was
There's a clear
different.
difference.
Their situation was very different.
The only difference was that they had not switched nationality.
So there's a difference.
But the question was the same. Will you play for us?
Salisu
The
at the
question
time.
the FA asked
Salisu at the
That's
time
one
was the same.
Salisu at the time said,
And
"I was
Nketiah has
not
to
ready
switch.
yet."
I'm saying that.
And
If-
Salisu,
Alright,
the
okay,
switch
guys,
is just a
we
formality.
went back and forth. I want coach to finish so that we'll
Salisu
wrap up
at
on
the
this
time
subject.
had reasons. Oh.
Yeah. No, yes.
We don't
So
want to go into
Coach,
that.
your point is that
So my
we
point
should
is-
call them if
You see-
they are available and can improve the team.
That is, if they are available
Yes.
and they can improve the team.
We should
After all,
we
let
should
me make this last point. Then I sum up.
yes.
Every player who played in the qualifiers to the World Cup, we have paid money.
Yeah, they've done yeah.
No, yes.
I was going to say,
We've paid them
yeah,
money.
we sorted them.
Yes.
We sorted them. So
For every
we
win,
don't
yes.
owe them. We don't owe them
It's a
anything.
new slate.
We don't owe them anything. Nobody has earned anything.
Nobody has
What they
earned
earned, we
anything.
gave it to them.
No,
given it
the
to
only
them.
thing they've earned is money.
We've given it to them.
We've given it to
They don't earn any place.
We applaud you to qualify.
Paid them.
In fact, we
Obiati-
paid 5K first. Then after we
but
qualify,
we paid
another 5K.
Otuado Kawaji 20, 40. 20 times 2. So what are you talking about? Everybody has collected. So
we don't-
nobody deserves to
We
be
don't owe
anywhere.
anybody.
We don't owe anybody. So
So
because
we
of
don't
that,
owe anyone World Cup appearance.
at all,
Yes.
at all.
So from now till then, work hard.
Nobody should come and tell them and be sacrificed. Hey,
Who sacrificed what?
you pay you say
You
sacrifice.
know, you take $10,000 a match. Do you know how much that is?
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
In
Otuado.
fact,
As for that, I mean, I agree. As for
No,
this point,
if a
yes.
player played, if a player played all the 8 games we won, that's 80,000.
$80,000.
They've earned it.
So we've paid them. So they
they've
don't
earned
deserve
it,
to go
yes.
anywhere.
So they've ended it. We've given you what is due you.
Say what
So we finished.
Where's the World Cup?
Let's
You've
finish.
not earned the World Cup spot.
You've not earned a World Cup spot. Everybody clean slate.
What ends a World Cup spot?
Consistent performances.
Yes.
Brought to the World Cup.
Why are you asking this question? It goes
Consistent
without saying.
performances.
There's a Karen Cup next month. Go.
Go and play.
When
Go and play. Go and
When they
play.
call you.
Me, I'm tell you, I'm a person Benjamin.
The question
Sarri.
I have- the question
I've
I have
spoken
for
to
Nimbi.
Benjamin. Sarri. I'll call him. No more. What cup have been?
Yes.
na kan cap na atwa e Japan.
You know
Clean sheet,
you know
Japan.
you know
Man,
what?
clean sheet,
You know
clean sheet.
you know
Man,
what?
twat so.
Benjamin,
Some be ya betra ha make us about. No, but I want him to be the number one.
Oh, yeah.
But he's not going to be there because I want. He
yeah,
needs
yeah.
to prove in
Prove
that
it.
tournament
Yes.
that look,
There's-
Olele and Samia J, who deserve to be
And
at World Cup.
the House of Folk defenders,
Who deserve to be there?
when opponents are coming, they should open his
So it's
mouth
not-
so that you
and you can't say that Olele didn't save as well.
That is it.
You can't say
So
that.
you can't say that.
Yes.
So the point I'm making is that we have paid everybody. Everybody is starting from the sleep. If
Yes.
Otuado Yepa, you can sack him today.
We've paid
Because
him.
we paid him. Here, Jumano, Yachanika. Into be a clean. Into Odoi, me, I'm out here. Go and do the nationality switch. Odoi,
You know what?
Nketiah, switch. And you bought 3, 4, 5, 6 goals. Man, Crystal Palace. His club form is good.
That's right. That's right.
That is the point. So
right.
we
Okay.
should stop.
Good, you've made your point. You've made your
Nobody
point.
has earned any
Excellent.
place.
Listen,
All of you have
so
been
guys,
paid.
what a conversation. I hope you enjoyed it.
No, but coach and Sicho, they are being disingenuous.
I don't care. I don't care.
What can- what
I
can
don't
we
care.
do?
That is a
I don't
fact.
care.
Ah,
I don't
what
care.
can we do?
I don't care. What can we do? I don't care. I said I
You
agree.
dey act
And I said I agree.
like
That's a
somebody
fact.
say
Coach-
somebody
Hey,
dey deserve place where the
What
person
I
for
said is
goal.
old.
Who deserve
Tutu has said his own.
No,
You have said your own.
you are
He has said
acting
his
like
own.
Those who have brought harmony, those who have you from what you are saying,
Mm.
you want to say that those who have brought the so-called harmony we have now, they deserve to go because team chemistry.
I'm sorry. You
They
have
don't
said
deserve
your
any
own.
fuck all.
You
You
have
made
said
everybody.
Somebody get. You have said your own. You said we should
What
take
is that?
harmonious
What-
score to the
Aye.
World Cup.
Which I'm saying
Harmonious
that-
score is
what-
good.
what
Somebody
happened?
to say harmonious.
Any Nketiah is the most harmonious player I've seen in my life.
You said we should take harmonious score. You want to take harmonious score.
Kasa,
I will tell
you.
Why England know the ticket?
Atetus.
Why England know the
Hurricane
ticket?
the only Watkins. Hurricane the only Watkins.
England
Guy.
need the harmony too. Make them.
He was harmonious in
Let's
the
see.
21.
No, they
I-
need it at the
Semenyo will start for England right now. Kudus will start for England. If
Let
you are
me-
good
let
enough
me,
to play for England, you are good enough to play for Ghana.
guys.
If you are not good enough to play for
That's what
England,
we are saying. is
Yeah,
that.
so right
That's
now,
what I'm saying.
okay.
That nobody deserves to be
Guys.
anywhere.
if you are good enough to play for England, you are good enough to play for Ghana.
That's what I'm saying. That.
Yes.
Guys,
And the Benjamin said,
guys, it's okay.
I know the same thing.
all right.
All right, guys, let's wrap up on this. Let's go on. We've wasted too. I just want to finish by giving a word of caution to any young player watching this. So I just want to say, like, a word of caution, and I think a lot of you will agree with me on this. For any player up and coming, no matter how good you are, if you are from Ghana, eligible to play for Ghana,
Be open-minded.
and you think that maybe because we did not, in quotes, contribute to your career, you can flex around the national team because you think for you are good without the national team. There is a living example of a player in the national team at the moment whose career is being saved by the national team. A few years ago, he thought that he didn't need the national team, but today he does. And I'm talking about Mohamed Salisu. Because when he was actively playing for Valladolid off to England, we pursued him, and he kept rejecting the national team. But when he eventually made the decision to play for the national team, today, the only place where Mohamed Salisu finds joy and enjoyment of his career to play football is the national
You see,
team.
that's why we need to open the net now.
Yes.
Okotina bench wa Monaco. He's going to sit on the bench.
That is what
So
we are
he's
saying.
going to
Because you see, football is
funny.
funny. Football is interesting. At the beginning, when you are up and coming, it's understandable. Money is the most important thing. So you want to safeguard your career, you want to play, you want to earn money, big contract, and what have you. But when you get the money, ultimately, what sustains you is the passion of the beautiful game. The thing that brought you to where you are, that's what will sustain you. The money can be there, but the real thing, the real joy, you will find it in playing football. At the moment, at least you find that joy in playing for the national team. So, national team, it's not for you to toy with and decide, choose and pick.
So
It is an essential tool because national team has proven over and over and over again that it can be a career-saving platform for many footballers, and it will continue to be. At the moment, the national team is doing that for Mohamed Salisu. If he's to get another club to go to and leave Monaco, it would be based on what he's doing.
My
with the
advice to
national
him,
team
he
at the
should
moment.
get a move in January. He cannot sit on the bench at Monaco. The World Cup. Then we
Jose Champo Betunu. Jose Champo.
And also,
simple.
Jose Champo. They've been talking to him for over a year. They've been talking to him for over a year.
The boy who plays for Nice, that is it
Pepra, yeah.
Betunu.
But he be solid
and it's
guy.
a very
It's solid.
So that is the point.
Even Mumin. Even Mumin, when he's fit, when Mumin gets full fitness, he walks into the team straight.
Yeah, he don't know.
Coach, I want to ask you an important question.
Yes.
We've not finished the conversation. You want us to close. Coach, if it happens that going into the World Cup,
That's right.
there are some 6 players, new players, who are doing very well. Would you advise the head coach to field?
I will ask Otuado. If you think when they come in, they'll make the team better, carry them go.
If you think based on what?
Based on performance.
Yes, and I'm saying
6 months.
Yeah, and I'm saying that
Nobody will go and destroy chemistry there.
6 new players into a national team.
Maza, 6 new players, that makes us better.
Better on paper.
Better on the field.
That's
Better on paper.
No, on the field. Have you not said
On
something
the
before?
field, I just say Yokobo.
Fence.
We've got an international friendly coming up. And we'll have international friendlies next year.
And we'll get
We'll
another
have
game.
minimum 6 games to play before the World Cup. Or 8, 6 or 7 or 8 games to play before the World Cup. Or
You
something.
see, you can cap
I'm
it.
saying that
Okay.
between now and the next qualifiers, some of the boys who have made their intention, work it out.
Work it out. Let
And
me
then
come and
you
play. Let's
show
see.
your desire. Don't come 2 weeks or 1 month.
This is
and then
what I
season
think.
come.
This is what I
the time.
think.
This is the
Two
perfect time.
2 games in November, 2 games in March,
4.
2 games in June.
6.
6.
No, the June will be more than 2.
Okay, so maybe
You can be 3 safe.
Yes, so
So
maybe
you can
3.
have
So I'm saying yes.
Look at Ali.
Bro, see, me I told you, our backline is our biggest thing.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Allow.
Are you sure there will be more than 2 games in June?
What to do?
The World Cup starts
Coach
June
said,
11th.
If we get a
The
better
Champions League
number
final
2,
is
it's gonna be
probably
come on,
May
Ali do for
10th.
No.
Your players know.
Among you.
No, usually we play 3. 1 behind closed doors and 2 high-profile games.
Yeah.
Bro, one bag
Anyway, so look, I'm trying to tell you people that the national team football is still very essential. Don't be flirting with the team and be doing to the team with the team that I'm not ready. If they call you, your country calls you, come and save, because there will be a time where you will need the country. It has happened to many a player, and it will keep happening. The national team is very, very important.
And then, let me advise Otuado. If he's the one going to take us to the world, which I don't think
He's the one.
The point I'm making is that, look, Bosso, coaching in yet. If you are inviting a player, please bring a player that will make the team better. What we saw of Ebenezer Anang, how does he provide competition to Gideon Mensah? You didn't change. Bring better players. Make our team better.
You see, this thing is unfair.
What is unfair?
Because Ebenezer Anna's numbers at club level shows that
That's
he should
what
be
brought him in there.
That's what brought him in there.
You are the same person
then
who
you bring
said
him
that.
out.
You are the same person who said that it is what you do in the national.
That will
team.
keep you there.
And I'm saying that.
So
So
From
you
what
saying
I
that he
saw-
shouldn't be kept?
Yes,
Based on
I
the
kept
terms.
saying, no, but I don't
From
say
what
he shouldn't
I
be
saw-
playing. If the guy has done well,
No, that's maybe the way
But
I
at
said
least he
it.
gave a threshold of like 7.
All right,
Who
guys.
gave him 7?
No, he mentioned
Thank you,
7.
thank you,
What
thank
does
you,
it say?
thank
One
you,
match,
thank you
one match.
very
Onyazi.
much.
Onyazi.
Thank you,
Win
thank
back, Bob,
you,
you're the
thank
coach.
you. Madam, go podcast.
What?